Hello,
Wow.
and welcome
Holy
to
cow.
the Rag Company Q&A Thursdays. I'm your host, Dane Henna. To my right, Levi Gates.
Dane, how's it going?
Looking fresh. And
Feeling
to my
fresh,
left,
smelling fresh.
Sydney. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And to Sydney's left, Anthony Fisher.
Oh, sorry, I didn't quite adjust
You
mine
adjust
as
your
well.
time?
But
Okay, all right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Wow, this is like just like a bachelorette party, just barfed
Feels
on the
like
table
that,
in here.
right? I'm
So this is
excited
great.
about it. It's got all this great glitter we can throw around.
Oh, man.
But today,
So,
the big topic,
housekeeping.
I think, is, ladies and gentlemen, you can now pick up pink FTWs at the Rag Company. That's what this is about.
That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Come
That's
on,
why the
I'm waiting
entire
for you to
room
say it.
right
I'm waiting
now.
for you to say it, Levi. What else can we pick up?
You can pick up some Dream Maker.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Wow. Today is going to be a very visual podcast,
very
guys.
wet.
Oh, it's very stringy.
That's like damp. Ugh.
It's very
Okay.
wet and damp.
So
all over
that's
my bottle.
fun. All right,
Wow.
web slinger. What else is
Sorry,
going
I
on,
had
Anthony?
to. Yeah, today.
We can talk about Dream Maker.
Get that off. So today we are going to answer all of your questions about Dream Maker. Right?
Yes.
We know that we've been teasing this for far too long.
Far
right?
too long.
And people have been wanting to know more about it.
Yeah.
And we have Sid here to help us answer some questions, right?
Yeah.
And that's not just it. We also
Yeah.
have the potential special guests
Ooh.
joining
Guests.
us
I like
today
that.
to also talk about Dream Maker, which is also extremely exciting. And so, as you
Yeah.
can see, we decorated the studio. Everything is pink.
Yeah.
Even Dane's hat is
Dane
pink.
actually bought that himself. He fun fact,
Commit to the
he
bit.
he wore that today while driving his big truck.
Yeah.
You
Drove
know
that.
what?
He was like,
It
got my
takes
hat.
a proud
we're gonna
man
rock
it.
to rock
Yeah,
that.
the truck lights all in pink today.
Yeah.
I thought I was a little surprised.
In honor of today.
Yeah,
On
very
Earth
nice.
today. And
Very
so,
nice.
Anyways, it's been a long time coming. We know a lot of people have, hopefully, some people have actually already gotten their hands on Dream Maker, which is awesome. They've
Yeah,
gotten it from
you get to
local
play with it.
distributors. We've gotten a ton of orders of people here at the ragcompany.com placing their orders for Dream Maker, and we did our special launch, and it's actually still currently happening
Yeah.
as we speak right now,
Yeah.
where you can pick up 2 pints of Dream Maker
Yeah.
and 5 of the pink FTW towels.
That's right, Anthony.
For a
That's because the
discount.
pink FTWs are perfectly paired to work with Dream Maker.
They are,
And
yeah.
the reason we know that is because we've done a lot of testing with Dream Maker. Myself, Anthony, Sydney have been working with this product for months, trying to make sure the right towel does the right job.
Just for
And
the
that's
best user experience.
And the FTW really is the best for it. One, because it's very absorbent, so it pulls a lot of product back into the towel, so that way you're not using as much out of the bottle.
Yeah.
You still have some to wipe off. Plus, you also still have a dry side, so you can do your final buff with them, and it works wonderful.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the silly string. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, when am I going to spray more of this stuff? Because I have to use this whole can, right? And everybody's like, please no.
Well, they gave us poppers, and I'm like, that's cool. I just don't want to clean up the mess, because that's what'll happen.
That's what our friends, right, over at Flex sent a vacuum for. Right? We have this nice Flex vacuum.
yeah,
we
that's
can
a
go
good
through
idea.
And,
That's
and
a good
vacuum
idea. I didn't
everything
even
up.
think about that.
I'm not going to
Who's
do
going to
it.
run it, though?
Hey, I
That's
mean,
the
not
question.
me, not me. You know, maybe Sebastian.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
carries
yeah.
most of the weight around here at the Rag Company, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he could do it
Yeah.
when he's
Busy
not
guy.
editing all of our videos. Okay, so it sounds like we have some special guests
Couple more
tuning
guests
in
here, huh?
right now.
Bring them on.
There we go.
Hey, we got Bobby Ray. Hey,
What's
guys.
up, guys?
Howdy, howdy.
Dave, we can't.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there he
now
is.
we can hear you.
Oh, no, there it is.
It's starting.
The fan blew right at you.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. I really wanted the string to be awesome.
man.
All right. So, go ahead.
Get the pink memo.
I'm sorry about that.
You guys didn't get the shirts?
No, we've got them here. They're sitting on my desk.
Oh,
desk.
dang.
I picked them
I
up
thought-
this morning.
I thought we sent the courier pigeons over there.
no,
with the
no, I
shirts.
picked those up this morning and brought them here.
Dang it. Okay.
So they'll probably get theirs probably by Monday.
Using a more
Hopefully.
reliable rate.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but thank you so much for joining us, guys. I think there's no better people to have, on the Q&A here, other than you guys right here. And I think we get the best of both worlds, right? We get the mad scientist, and we also get the man, one
His
of the
brother.
biggest guy. His brother is just his brother, just his brother. Mad scientist, and
That's all I
only
am.
his
Way
brother.
to sell it. Yeah.
Well, so we're here to talk about Dream Maker. So how has the launch of Dream Maker been from your guys' perspective over there at P&S?
I'll let Dave talk about that.
It's been great, actually. We've the sales have been brisk, and the product is performing really well. We've really enjoyed using the product quite a bit. It's good to have it out and about so that it can be seen. So yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yeah. Really quick, so I think just to give people some backstory, because we've talked about this a little bit previously, but I would love to hear it from your guys' perspective. You know, Bob, if you want to chime in on this, on just kind of how the whole relationship between Gordon McCall, P&S, and how this kind of product came to light here this year.
Well, I mean, realistically, you know, it was a trifecta of collaboration, right? It was obviously the team at the rag company with some vision on, you know, what, you know, you guys wanted for a product, Dave's background in technology, and then Gordon's desire to, you know, get involved. And a lot of people don't know, but we actually created a product for Gordon probably, I think, about 15 or 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And it was called the McCall's product line. And if you toured his garage, he actually still has some bottles in there. So he was always kind of, you know, saying, hey, I'd like to get back involved. I'd like to get back involved. And then just the way, you know, the purpose of Dream Maker totally fit, his event and car shows and stuff like that. So it just seemed like a natural to put the three of us, all together on a collaboration on a product.
Yeah, and Gordon being a huge car and motorcycle person, having chosen the cars that, actually show up for the Quail event in Monterey, as well as hosting his own event, the McCall's Motorworks Revival, and having the P&S Detail team out there detailing. I mean, Dream Maker was the spray that we were using on everything this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that was actually kind of really great. There's nothing like taking a product for an actual test drive on 300 to 400 cars with 24 of your best friend detailers to check it out, and really to experience it in all in all environments, indoors, outdoors, direct sunlight, humid, foggy, you name it. Every style of paint, new, old, clear coat, non-clear coat, wrap, matte, all of it. We've got to take Dream Maker for a total test drive.
Yeah, it was. Some people might say that it was the most expensive test drive of all time.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Probably,
billions of dollars,
millions and
billions, I think.
So,
but I mean, one of the things I thought was really cool is some of the cars that we got to work on, particularly on the Quail. When it was the afternoon hot sun, it really showed, the purpose of Dream Maker and what it's for. Here we are in front of the owners, wiping down their cars, and they want their cars to look the best, right? And they're looking for a product that will, achieve the best results of the highest gloss out of the paint. And we were doing it right in front of them. And many of them said, "Hey, I've never seen my car look that good." So yeah, it was an expensive test drive, but it was a great way to do it.
Yeah. And so even Dave was out there wiping cars down, and it was really cool because you get to see the actual chemist there wiping cars down, and seeing he's
using the
excited
product that he
he's
makes,
smiling and enjoying it. So Dave, what do you think of your experience out there? Wiping down the cars with Dream Maker. From your perspective and all the testing you've done, and seeing how it kind of all came to fruition there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from my perspective, I've been using it for 6 months, and it's been a real pleasure to work with. So, and trying it out on a lot of different cases, it's always, especially early in the process, you go to a new application and you kind of, well, how's it going to work here? And always been pleasantly surprised. It was just really, really neat to be able to basically have such a broad range of cars available and weather to work on out there. And ordinarily, I'm taking a little bit more pictures than actually doing the work, but we had so many quality people out there doing the video and the photos that I left my camera behind and was wiping down tons of cars, and it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, no, it was super, super cool seeing all that come together. And so I guess
I would say, I would just say the other thing that was really enjoyable was people grabbing me and going, "Have you seen it on this? And have you seen it on this?" because there were some really neat wow moments that were pretty fun. And so people would grab me and take me over to the car that they'd been doing and say check this out. And so that was really entertaining as well.
I think it's the excitement of knowing that. So there was such a broad range of colors, right? Especially at these two big shows, and especially with just the cars that we've been able to test out on our own, like you said, over the last 6 months, and getting excited about putting Dream Maker on a particular color because the pop is going to be pretty unreal.
Yeah, like that red Lotus.
Oh yeah,
like on the Lotus booth, like that was what that product.
Yeah,
it really, it was like holy cow.
Well, and they were there. They kind of saw it all happen. I mean, basically, at the Lotus booth, they were revealing almost three new cars. 2 of them are brand new for this year. And they grabbed us and they said, "Can you wipe down these cars because we're literally going to put a cover on them, like right after you're done, and reveal it in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes."
Conference.
And so we were scrambling. We okay, we got to wipe down all 3 of these cars with Dream Maker for this big reveal, this press conference, and it was just super cool. Them watching us put it on, being like, "Wow, that looks amazing!" And then even one of the F1 drivers there, I can't remember his name,
Jensen Button.
Yeah, stopped me and said, "That's amazing. Whatever you're doing, can you do it to this red one?" And I'm like, "I think we have time," and did it. And then watching those covers glide off right at the press conference and seeing how good the cars looked, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was exactly what it's for.
But I guess so. A lot of people are going to be asking questions, so I think we probably just drop one of the biggest questions right now: is Dream Maker Bead Maker, and is Bead Maker Dream Maker? Go.
Oh no, absolutely not. I don't. Well, the active ingredients are completely different. Obviously the fragrance and color are different. So no, it is not the same product by any stretch of the imagination. We did add a little bit of durability based on Gordon's request. Originally, it was kind of a gloss and go, extra gloss and go, but not really durable. So we added a little bit of durability to the product, and we're pretty pleased at that. We've done some testing, shown real well.
Yeah, and I think that the durability was mainly added because we were afraid that it would just wash off within the first bit of rain, and we were afraid that it was going to just disappear. So there needed to be something to be able to make it through a little bit of water, a little bit of resistance there, and maybe even potentially the first wash. Correct?
Last a multi-day car.
Washes for sure. We are we have an ongoing test, and it's been through 4 washes. It's a taped off panel. We're not throwing the kitchen sink at it like gets done. We are using good quality car wash soap that's not designed to strip the car. But it's on 4 washes now and still very apparent on the surface.
Nice.
Nice. And Sydney was actually a big tester of Dream Maker, which is one of the reasons why she's here, on top of also being part of the P&S team. But I remember, it was months and months and months ago, actually first putting it on your vehicle. Yeah. And we did it in direct sunlight, and that was one of the first iterations of the product, right?
Yeah.
And being able to test it. And since then, you've still been able to use it.
Yeah, I remember that day some testers had arrived here at the rag company, and I just happened to be here. And my Durango was clean, so I said, let's go outside and use it, and it was pretty crazy.
It was pretty awesome. And so I think the colors make a big difference on the car. I think that the quality of the paint makes a big difference on the vehicle that you're putting it on. And
it brings flake out. It brings this brightness.
It brightens. It seems to really brighten everything. And so I guess from your perspective, Dave, kind of after creating this product and now kind of seeing it and getting people's hands, do you have any recommendations for them, right? Their first use. Do you have any best manufacturer chemist recommendations for them using this product for the first couple times?
It's actually quite easy to use, which is one of the fun things. And so there's not a lot of specifics to get it done right. I think it's an interesting application, I'm sure as you've noticed. You put it on and you wipe it the first time and you think a little bit of an because it just kind of it just moves around the car, and then your second wipe just comes clean to a beautiful shine, and it has good depth. So, and it's easy to make sure it's evenly applied. It is good quality. Obviously, microfiber towels make a big difference. You have the special towel for that. I don't know if you've announced that, but I think I saw it.
did.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's here covered in silly string.
Silly string, yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
It's
We
okay.
lost
appear to
him.
have lost their audio.
Okay. We can't hear you guys.
I think there might be a mute button. We lost a little bit of audio from you.
But yeah, no, the like I'm sure Dave was going to say, the toweling is the biggest thing, because we were noticing in our testing that some of our higher pile towels,
Plush towels, yeah.
or plush towels like Eagles and things like
It
that,
push
don't-
product around.
they don't tend to work with this product, and that's why the FTW is so important.
Yeah.
And why it works so well is because of the way that weave grabs and holds all the liquid and can move it around as well. So
Yeah.
that's been probably the best thing. So
Well,
just to
and
pair
then-
that with the right
Well,
towel.
and then being there, right? And so I think that at being at Monterey, right, and talking to the rest of the P&S detailing team there that
Yeah.
was there, kind of they were curious. Okay, so we got Dream Maker, right? What's the process, and what are we doing first, right?
Yeah.
Well, I made it very clear. It's just very simple. If the car is really dirty, obviously we need to give it a wash, a rinseless wash of some sort, whether they're using pearls or rinseless, whatever they need to do. If it's lightly dusty, giving it a paint gloss wipe down, using paint gloss as a waterless wash, and then also, depending on the level of filth, eco wash or you're not eco, Epic wash, yeah,
Yeah,
which
waterless
is
wash.
their eco-friendly waterless wash, and so Epic was able to go through. So basically, it was a combination of using Epic or paint gloss, depending on the level of filth, or
Yep.
rinseless wash, and then going through, and then Bead Maker, right? If it needs protection, if there's a lack of protection, and then we waited a period of time, and then we added on Dream Maker.
Yeah,
as
there
the
were some
final
cars
net
we
product.
would spray with Bead Maker and then say, we're spraying these with Bead Maker, we'll come back and hit these with Dream Maker.
Yeah.
And so it was literally like, let's get all these done. And then
Yeah.
by that time, you had an hour
Couple
had gone
hours,
by
yeah.
or so, and it's come back over, hit them all with Dream Maker and go down the line and just
Yeah.
get them done. So I think that was the coolest thing, was
Yeah.
seeing how well all those work together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that just the combination of, because I was kind of stressed because
Yeah.
like we're putting 3 wipe-on products on in a row. You know, are we going to have any negative effects? And I think it really came down to the method,
Yeah.
the time in between, and then the toweling that was used. And so the team that didn't understand when I was like, hey, this is the Dream Maker towel, and they say, oh, cool, it's like a themed towel. I said,
Yeah.
no, this is the towel that I want you to use because I think it's going to offer the best application
Yeah.
and experience.
Yeah.
And they went
Now,
through.
some of them
and
had
started
other ones.
understanding.
They'd have 365s, they had
Yeah.
Eagles, and it was fun to see people try, because
Yeah.
they'd go like, all right, I'm going to do this. And they'd use a
Well,
different
they'd
towel.
say, Anthony, whatever. You're just a towel
Yeah.
guy. You don't, you know.
Yeah,
just trying to
As
sell
they'd see the
me,
detailers
you know.
grab something different, try and use it, and then every once in a while I'd look back over and I'd see them like try to wipe a car down with the gray towel, like our 365 minor,
Yeah.
and then they'd put it in their bucket, grab an
Quietly.
FTW, and then it was like, yeah, it works way better.
Don't get
And
us
then all
wrong.
of a
Those
sudden,
towels
told
work
you.
for
Yeah,
other
told
stuff.
you.
Great.
They work
but
great
in this
for other
case,
stuff, but in this case, Dream Maker pairs perfectly
Yeah.
with that FTW.
And so.
All right, the boys
we
are
got 'em
back here.
on here.
Are we
go.
back?
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
There
Yeah.
it is.
So you know what? You guys missed it because what I was going to say is I couldn't see the towel on the table because of Dane's hat.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
look at that
what's
big
throwing
hat.
it.
It's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
like it's casting a a glow over everything here.
Yeah,
really
it is.
was.
It
They're
does
there.
blend very nicely.
It does,
Look,
yeah.
I
A
little
can't
bit.
even-
Yeah.
It just fits right
Oh,
over. You
yeah.
don't even see it. It's like we're in front of a green screen.
Oh
Dane.
my goodness.
Yeah, exactly. So then the next big question, right? Because I kind of want to, while I have you guys here, knock out some of the biggest questions I think we're going to get, which is going to be, can Dream Maker be applied to existing paint protection, right, from ceramic coatings to waxes to sealants? Because I could tell them this, but I'd rather straight from the horse's mouth. Can Dream Maker be applied to
Yes.
those things?
Yeah, it works very well over them. I think since you're not trying to create like a barrier like you are with Bead Maker, that sort of thing, it really works nicely over those products.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that Bob made a good
Did you
point
guys?
too.
So I think
Yeah.
Anthony, one of the things I was going to say is, I mean, think about it. In Monterey, we put it over everything about it. I mean, we don't know if it was coated or, PPF. We knew, or it had wax or whatever it had on it. We went on hundreds of cars with no fail, which was, that's the ultimate test, because those guys use everything on their cars.
They do.
In direct sunlight at times.
Yeah.
In direct sunlight.
And it's funny because it says kind of on the back of the bottle, right? This is something you can put on your car to give you a little bit of edge on the competition, right? Maybe at a car show, maybe at a photo shoot, whatever you're doing. But at Monterey, when every car has Dream Maker on it, kind of creates a level playing field.
They have their
they were all
potential.
first place.
Yeah, they're all
right.
first
Yeah,
place.
that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're all first place. Every car won.
Yeah.
You were talking about the lotuses that were so perfect, and then towards the end of the day, we ran over to kind of just outside the show, but it was still part of the show. A bunch of lotuses. And we
Countach.
Countach. That's right.
The group of 8.
That's right.
Yeah.
Countachs.
Yeah. So anyway, they were real drivers. So we're out there working on the real driver vehicles, and I'm like, I said to Bob, I go, oh, these are not the same as the show cars, but it did just a fantastic job on those as well. Yeah, the Lambos.
Yeah.
Well,
it made
and
it nice.
I think one topic I kind of want to cover before we jump into some questions is that a lot of people, they can see that we're excited about this, and they see that we literally decorated our
the room
damn
up.
studio
Glenn
for this
yeah,
day.
dressed the
Glenn
room up.
We
decorated
even make
this.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
And
so
and so
I don't think we've
some
ever made a
people-
T-shirt for a product before. So
I guess some people kind of, they take this, this hype, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of, I don't know, I guess they get it mixed up with our excitement for this kind of stuff. And as you guys know, there's new products, being released every single day by all sorts of companies around the world. And we see it all. It comes in and out. You guys do a ton of testing. You guys make your own products. You guys know how this stuff works. But it's sometimes these final wipe down products, right? The things that make it
last step.
that really
They
just
caused like a civil war.
but it gives us something that we look forward to at the end of all the hard work, right?
Yeah.
It's that final thing that you can do.
It's a
You did
cherry
that
on top.
You did that this morning, wiping
Yeah.
down your truck, right after you had the finished product
Yeah.
with Dream Maker. And
I
being
wiped
like,
it down with Dream Maker last night, and I went back again this morning and wiped it down again.
But you look
Man.
forward to it, right? You
did.
get excited about that.
It's
The same
inside.
way that's we get excited about that, and people think, okay, are they hyping it up and trying to make it something crazy?
No, it works.
It
It's
works.
amazing.
And I think, is Dream Maker for everyone? I don't think it's for everyone, right? I think that probably really the bare necessity is keeping your car clean. I think that cool products like this are the cherry on top, that if you feel like it fits into your arsenal, or if you're an enthusiast, or you're just a car person that loves seeing your car extremely shiny and glossy, and you like wiping it down,
Yeah.
this is a product for
Or
you.
maybe you've got that finished car. Like my dad has a number of finished cars that he doesn't drive all the time. So he takes them out every couple of weeks, and he'll go, they'll go to a car show or they'll go to breakfast or something. This is that product. He already uses paint gloss and Bead Maker, but this is that product that he adds to the arsenal that he can spray the car down, take it out to breakfast or take it to the show, and feel, oh man, I just finished detailing. It's been detailed for 2 years.
Well,
but
really quick,
Yeah.
the next question I
makes it nice.
have to
Yeah.
ask, because
Yeah.
we're going to have to start answering them. Just get out of the way. Bob, are gallons in the future, or 32 ounces in the future of the product? What's, do you see anything like that, or are we sticking to pints? What's the plan?
We will probably buckle under the pressure, but it was a discussion yesterday. I think it was 60 days ago, 90 days ago, we're like, only pints, only pints. I have a sense that a larger size container will be in the mix. We won't be able to contain this product into a pint.
Okay.
there we go.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, it's
I think also, the other reason too is, Levi, you brought up a really good point about, your dad with his car in the garage. But don't you guys think it's been interesting to see how the professionals have reacted to this product over the last 2 weeks?
Oh yeah.
It's interesting,
Because they're like, what you see is you see him saying, hey, God, right before that customer picks it up, I want something I can spray on that car and have it it's, at its best. And
Yep.
so, what I don't think we saw that would really be a need, but now the professionals are saying, yeah, this is my pre-delivery spray, right? So it's almost finding it's a new category.
And that's,
so kind of unique to have that happen.
and that's one of the neat things about it. And one thing that I've started writing and telling people is that's what it's for. It can be that last step that you finish detailing, you go hit it, and it's just for you to show off your skills. It's so that when that customer shows up, because when I had my detail shop, I park my car in the right spot. That way the light hit it just right. And they'd pull in, even if they just got an interior detail with a wash, and they'd pull up and go, oh my gosh, did you wax that thing? Did you buff that thing? It's like, no, I just washed it. And it's because of that atmosphere of them looking at a clean car. So if there's any way that you can like enhance that for your customer quickly and easily and effectively, dude, it makes them so happy that they spent the money.
Absolutely. And just from my own personal experience, last week, I did a friend's black Acura NSX, 29 years old, and corrected it and coated it with Legend, right?
Is it for sale? Is it for sale?
And so then I was driving it home and I was delivering it into his garage, and he was coming back from a trip. It was a surprise, right?
Yeah.
So as I was sitting in Detail Studio thinking about, well, what product am I going to take to do this final wipe down? And I'm like, oh, well, obvious. I'm going to take Dream Maker. So I took Dream Maker in the car. I parked it in this guy's garage, and what did I do? I gave it the final wipe down with Dream Maker, knowing this guy was going to show up in a couple days. So it was amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now, one thing that I think is really, kind of something we can highlight too as well. Yeah. So somebody here at this table actually helps host a huge car show here in the Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
it wasn't me.
And it's not you, Levi. It's definitely not Dane,
Dane.
and it's definitely not me. Right. So Sid, at the Hidden Springs Car Show, right? Yeah. In the care packages in the bags, right? You guys actually put Bead Maker in this previous year, right?
Yep.
Now, a lot of these people, right? If they hadn't used Bead Maker, now they have something to kind of dip their toes in to try out something like this. But where do you think Dream Maker would fit in for a car show like that?
I personally think it's a great item to give, just because, like we talked about, it's pretty safe for the enthusiast to use. Hopefully their car's already somewhat clean, but it gives such great results immediately. And it's something that most of those car owners, they don't know what scratches are or anything like that. They just care about that look, right? They care about looking different than the guy next to them. And so I think it's awesome for a car show. We tested it a lot at the show there, which was really cool. We wiped down, there was a couple folks there that we were able to go down and wipe their cars down, and they looked amazing.
The Cobra
your
and on my truck, and
heap cars.
Your
looked
guys had them
amazing.
On your cars.
So I think it's it's awesome, an awesome addition to any car show, and especially when we're talking about things going in gift bags, it's a great gift bag item. It's just something that's easy for anybody to use, which is so awesome.
It's an extra effort. Product, right? I think that anybody can clean their car, do a wash and wax, and show up to a car show, right? But I think it's the person that cares the most is typically a person with that car there giving it one last wipe down. Half the time we see them using the wrong towels, and we see them picking them up off the ground and doing that. But there's that occasion, right, where I see somebody pull out a bucket, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like getting excited, right? And I see them kind of lay out their towels on the passenger seat. I'm like, okay, this is looking pretty good so far. They pull out their spray. They have like a grit guard that they set, a couple things on above the ground. And I'm like, he's going to do it. He's going to actually do a good job wiping down his car. I'm like, my mind's blown. It's awesome, right? And so
and
I
they
think
pull out the California car duster.
No, not the California car duster. But it's the few times I see somebody going the extra mile and putting some extra effort, and it makes a big difference. Yeah. And so I think the other thing too is that you are going to get a little bit of slickness out of this product, right, Dave? We lost their audio again.
Unfortunately, we can't hear him.
Yeah.
I think we can hear him on the side there.
Okay, so I take it we can't hear him. But that's okay, because I can speak from experience, having experienced in Dream Maker yesterday. some wound up on the white floor in the white room
Dane
yesterday.
slipped and
yeah.
broke his
And,
ankle
I
yesterday.
was working on my car, and I just about ate it. So, yeah.
And then you
I can
walked up.
confirm
You were
it's-
walking in
it's
front
slicker.
of him, spraying the ground before
Well,
where he would step,
no,
just for fun. After he was hobbling,
no,
I
he was
remember
Wow,
that.
I'm just now finding
I was
this out.
laughing. Yeah.
Maniacal.
You were having a hard time because you couldn't see through the paint.
Oh.
But Anthony was right there in front of you, spraying every
so there was a
step,
good
too.
comment on Instagram, right? Some people asked, was Dream Maker, is it going to make you drowsy? No, I said no, it'll make you pretty lucid. After looking at the, at the paint for so
Yeah.
long, you're going to start to get into a different dimension.
That's
And
right.
It's pretty cool, and
Well,
get lost in the gloss,
That's
lost
right.
in the sauce.
That's right. Well, thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys for
Yes.
joining us on this. You can hang out if you'd like, and we're gonna burn through some questions.
Yeah,
that we
we've
can
got
go through
really
here.
quick,
lot
with,
to
what do you got, Anthony?
Dave.
yeah.
So the
Finish Dave's thought.
slickness.
Yeah.
Is there any
Slickness.
additives to make the product feel a little bit slicker on the surface?
So so I was saying, in comparison to, in my opinion, compared to like Bead Maker has this absolute slippery feel to it. But I like the kind of warm, silky feel of Dream Maker actually I think a little bit better. It just has this, unfortunately, you kind of want to touch the car. I guess that's not a good thing. But it has this really nice, kind of just a real smooth feel that I think is amazing, and it matches the finish too. Where the finish has a nice, real warm, silky look to it, which is, I think, again, part of the Dream Maker moniker and what it's used and why we have the product.
Yeah, I think the tactile feel from the towel to kind of the feedback you get while wiping. It's exactly what you said. It's like, so Bead Maker, I would still say in terms of total slickness, probably slicker, right?
Yeah.
But I think that Dream Maker on its own still has some slickness to it and feels very smooth.
Oh yeah,
And I think
it's definitely slippery.
yeah, because Dave, you even commented when we were at Monterey, you said it's all about that towel flip, right? After spreading the product and that towel flip to the next side for that next wipe, like that was it. And I think everybody there
Glide.
doing it
Yeah.
knew that exact feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was rad. So
All right, so I think we jumped
Right.
to some questions, Dave.
We got about 5 pages to go.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go.
Okay.
Here they come.
Here, Dan Pfeiffer saying a good. You're just
Sorry,
doing
guys.
a
I just
question.
covered your face.
You're just carrying a question here. All right,
Oh.
Aaron Allen, how far away from the train tracks would you say needs clean every 3 to 6 months? I'll take this info, see what dealership. So it doesn't really matter, man. It just depends on where the train tracks are in relationship to said facility. Here, where I noticed it the most was they backed up right to
Right.
the tracks.
Yeah.
After that, it really just
Yeah.
depends on if there's buildings in the way, if there's pathways for air, if there's roads. There's a lot of stop and go. It's the same thing for big traffic intersections because you've got a lot of stop and go traffic, a lot of brake shear, a lot of that kind of stuff. So anyway, so that's kind of keep an eye on that. You don't really have a distance to work from. So
Okay.
all
I'll have
right.
you know, I did not push that button.
I know
That
you
did it
didn't.
on its own. So
So Dan Pfeiffer saying, good afternoon. Word up from Minnesota. Happy Friday Eve. Let's talk Dream Maker. We've
Really
been doing
quick,
that,
Do you
Dan.
mind, Dane? I have a quick
Go ahead,
idea.
Anthony.
Could we
Okay.
jump to page 1 because while we
Yeah.
have the guys
We have
on,
a lot. Let's
we'll
get
just
some
go
of
to that
these.
because there were a lot of.
while we
Yeah.
have the guys on, let's get to some questions that I think that they can
All
help
right,
us
so
answer too.
paint gloss before or after Bead Maker? P.S. Lady, you said to use it after to mitigate dust from Joshua Kent. So,
P&S lady.
P&S Lady.
Let's go and pull that up.
So
on the
I'm
screen.
entering them and they are not appearing on the
Okay.
screen. I'll
That's-
have you know.
there
okay,
it
I
is.
hit it.
There it
Okay,
is.
there you go.
Yes. So I think it just depends on what you're doing. So in our situations like at Monterey, we would use the paint gloss before Bead Maker to clean the paint.
Yeah.
So if you're using it as a waterless wash and you're wanting to get rid of any dust or anything like that, you're going to use the paint gloss before Bead Maker. But I think what you're referring to is in the Bead Maker tricks video that we did is to use it afterwards because paint gloss has a negative charge, so it takes away some of that positive charge from Bead Maker, which then, from what we found, sometimes when you're in areas of dusting, it can help reduce the dusting. For me, because in my shop, I generally like to release my cars right away, right? I would like them out of my garage. And so I found that if I wiped them down with paint gloss after the Bead Maker, it kind of took care of any of that issue.
Yeah.
And I could release the car earlier. So it just depends what you're going for. If you need to clean the paint before applying Bead Maker, do it before. If you're trying to send the car out before it's fully cured, paint gloss after.
There you go.
Okay.
Ozzy Bear.
We'll
Let's see.
give it-
I'm just going up
I
here.
mean, we skipped
Gazpacho.
like 50 or 60
We did.
questions.
We-
in the
yeah,
middle,
you're
so
okay.
I
We
just-
were fine.
We'll go back.
Okay,
We're gonna go back.
just making sure.
So, so Ozzy Bear just saying, where can I get a Dream Maker shirt? You can't yet. Despacho, what paint colors are best for Dream Maker? All of them. Every single one of them.
I think. Well,
Red really works.
On a real note,
Really,
I think red really works, right? And I think that unfortunately,
And
right,
metallics.
as the owner of a white Honda Civic, right, I will
That's
say
not
that
red.
I will say that even white, while yes, I can see the effects on white, it's probably the least satisfying.
It is, yeah.
To put it on, honestly.
But it pops a lot of gloss. That's
it does
the thing that
if you have the right lighting.
that's
If
right.
you have a
That's it.
pearl white, I guarantee it will.
If you have a lot of metal flake in it and pearl essence and stuff, it really brings a lot of that out to the surface, which is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, we got
So-
Tim Jennings here. Let's go
All
read
right,
this
one
off,
for
Levi.
Dave and Bob. Dave and Bob, thank you for making some awesome products. One of my favorite combinations that my customers like is velocity glaze and then hit it with paint gloss. I will definitely be getting some Dream Maker. Yep, nice. There you go.
It's a
Velocity
good combination.
glaze.
Yeah.
I haven't used
Do
velocity.
you guys know
glaze.
about? Do you guys even know about Velocity Glaze?
No, we
we
haven't
don't.
used it.
Oh,
What is it?
we can't let out all our secrets all at once, right? We got to wait a little.
Yeah,
Okay.
people need to go to the P&S website to learn all this stuff.
Yeah.
Miller Detail into What's Up Rag Company crew and P&S was hoping to make the live. Absolutely enjoyed Dream Maker after figuring out the proper steps to application.
Very nice.
Good job. Spencer, how come we can't dilute Terminator? What's the ideal dilution for Carpet Bomber? And what's the reason for the enzyme spray Terminator?
Huh.
Dave?
You want the P&S kids to take this?
Yeah,
Yes,
go for it.
yes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, Dave, why can't you dilute Terminator? I mean, you can.
You can dilute Terminator. So, I mean, the balance on Terminator is a combination of, penetration of the and the enzymes that actually have to get in and work against the stain materials. If you dilute it out, you quickly dilute out both the enzyme and the penetrating agents that help it attack those. So it's not really a dilutable product. It's also not necessarily designed to be used all over the entire surface. It is, it's supposed to be kind of used more on the dirtier sections of a carpet. And then after that, you have the opportunity to use Carpet Bomber, which can be diluted. And I think we do like
8 to 1.
8 to 1.
8 to 1 on Carpet Bomber.
8 to 1 on
Yep.
Carpet Bomber, and then that will take care of the overall dirt that's on the rest of the carpet. And then even in an application with Terminator, you don't need, if you did decide to do the whole surface, you don't need huge amounts. You don't really soak it per se. You basically kind of get it over the top, mist it, and let it penetrate into the carpet, and it does a great job.
Yeah, and the reason for the enzyme spray is, the beauty of enzymes over, say, general purpose cleaners is, they change the molecular makeup of the stain. And so when you use enzymes, say like on a grease stain or a food-related stain, right, a protein-based stain, and you hit it with enzyme, with Terminator, you immediately see the stain, change, right? It starts to change. It doesn't look the same. So you're basically breaking it into its components. And then Carpet Bomber is designed to come back and help release those now components from the carpet out. So that's why it's a winning combination.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Okay.
Does that get it?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
no, that's excellent.
Love it. And Jeff C. So for detailing enthusiasts taking care of their own daily driver, if your car is coated in Legend, what is the recommended Bead Maker and Dream Maker regimen to maintain the coating with weekly washes?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, Jeff.
That's a good question. I have my own. my
Okay.
own regimen.
Yeah.
I'll just throw mine out there, right? So I'm just saying, for me and what I've been doing is Bead Maker once a month,
'Kay.
right? And then, but if I'm doing weekly washes, I'm using Dream Maker with every weekly wash, right?
Yeah.
So it would basically be a standard Bead Maker application, whether I go about light to medium coat there, and it all depending on whether I use as a drying aid as well. But then on my other washes, whether they're rinseless or soap and water, I am using Dream Maker, and I am almost always still using it as a drying aid, just because I got like a one-step process.
Yeah.
And I'm finding that Dream Maker is working great within my towels. It's not causing any issues. I don't have to use, rags to riches too much. Still, I'm still using it all the
still
time.
wanna
But
use it a lot.
but I'm still not having to do any pre-soaks or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like sometimes I have to do on my Bead Maker towels. So, but that's my regimen. I don't know what would you guys do with a regimen such as that?
I love monthly. I mean, I think monthly is a really good time frame to obviously to maintain a coating for sure. I think more than that would be it's up to the consumer at that point what they want to do. But realistically, monthly is spectacular. Maybe even every 60 days. I mean, it's just about giving that coating a little connection so it reduces the mar and slip on the paint, so the coating is less likely to wear off, and that's what Dream Maker does. I mean, Bead Maker does. Excuse me. Too many makers.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking about what I've done because I didn't really think of a regimen. What I've just found that I'm doing is I seem to split the difference. One time I'll use Bead Maker, and then the next time I'll use Dream Maker, and that's kind of an interesting question because I hadn't thought of why I do it. It just feels like what I want to do, what I feel like I need, my car needs at that time.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
a good question.
Yeah, fill it out. That's great. What do we got next, Dane? Another
All
good
right.
question here.
Obsessed Auto Detailing Shampoo. Hi, I'm trying to decide what line of P&S products should I use at my main shop. If the Chemtrol line or the double black Chemtrol line or the double black line, which is higher quality? For example, Breakbuster versus knockoff. Sydney, you got Chemtrol.
So I use both.
Yeah.
So definitely see value in both. There's different products in the Chemtrol and the double black. So, there might be some in double black that there's not something to cover that realm in the Chemtrol. So I love both of them. If we're talking about Breakbuster versus knockoff, this is just going to be biased on my own part that I started off using Breakbuster. I love it. It's never let me down. So while I have knockoff, I have not necessarily switched over to using it, but that again is just because my love of Breakbuster.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah.
Fair.
Sound about right, boys?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things. Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the things that's nice about the Chemtrol line, so the Chemtrol line from a production standpoint, say in a larger, higher production shop, the products have higher dilution ratios. So essentially, if you're looking to control costs in a shop, I mean, that's the purpose of Chemtrol, right? Is to basically proper dilute products. Like, for example, Pearl, which is a great soap, essentially is dilutable 128 to 1, and body wash in the Chemtrol line is 200 to 1.
Yeah.
So that's an example of, if you're a higher volume shop and you want to control your costs, maybe the Chemtrol line is a better way to go. I think that's the decision factor, right? On kind of how you want to set up your shop.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the easiest way to save money, too. So, Mike Gleeshy, happy Friday Eve. I remember a few weeks back when you were all talking about having ordered all those pink towels for no good reason. Man, y'all really lucked out. The Dream Maker was pink, huh? Laughing face.
coinkydink.
Yeah, totally. Cardo's Auto Detailing. What's good? PNS and TRC crew. Question. As a detailer on YouTube, what are some challenges, if any, that you have faced when getting sponsorships, collaborations, legal stuff, shipping, company images? That's a hard question to ask there, Cardo. Man, sponsorships. A lot of it is you should probably email us, me and Anthony, or Anthony, Levi. That way we can help you out with some of those things.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
That's definitely an
that's
in-depth
a
one.
full
That's a
in-depth
long
conversation. That's a rabbit
discussion.
hole one.
Yeah.
Well, we got the P&S guys here. We want
Don't you guys
Mike's
give legal advice at the right company?
We do. Yeah, that's
probably not
one
a
of the-
great idea.
That's one of the things that Dane is really good at is legal descriptions and discussions.
No, I think you're
in
confusing the
how-
part where I add disclaimers and legally
Oh.
cover our butts
Yeah,
from
that's
stupid things that other
legal
people
stuff.
sometimes
Legal
say.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's what
make
we're
sure
saying.
and clear the deck.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mike
so
Spina.
hold on really quick.
Yo.
question that I have, right?
okay.
Because it's going to get asked, right?
Anthony
We just
Fisher
haven't
from
seen
the
it
Rag
yet,
Company.
right? Would be when can we expect, right? When can we, or can we even expect in the future that Dream Maker will make its way into areas outside of the U.S.?
Good question.
Some of it has already shipped
There you go.
outside the U.S., but
Okay.
not a ton of product as of yet. Yeah.
Okay.
We're still in the, but so it will take a while. I mean, I can tell you this, a lot of the international distributors are definitely have ordered Dream Maker and have product sitting here waiting to be loaded in containers, which
that's
their
the
orders include
biggest
Dream
thing.
Maker as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
is shipping.
Trying to get a container now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one ever thought
crazy.
that.
Yeah. So I guess so.
And
basically,
Rag Company Europe
it'll
does
happen.
have the pink FTWs in stock as of today.
Yes.
So
Oh,
they were
that's
able
cool.
to launch theirs at the same time. So
Now all they need is the bottle to boot, right?
That's
now all
right.
they
Now
need is
they just
that,
need the
that
bottles.
Dream Maker bottle. All right. So Mike Spina here says, speaking on Dane, speaking
and
on
Bob.
Dave and Bob making good products, I love the combo of Express Interior Cleaner on my leather seats, and then hitting it with the leather conditioner. 10 out of 10 finish.
nice.
Awesome. That is a good combo.
And Cardo follows up.
Sending love from SoCal. Thanks TRC and P&S gang for the amazing products you all are pushing out. Always staying extra Mamba. I think he wants a set of Mamba wheels.
Ah,
That's probably why he's saying
Actually,
that.
Spencer here.
Yeah. Follow-up question for the Carpet Bomber and Terminator. On the back of Carpet Bomber, it says step 1, put Terminator on. It's step 1, which was...
It says step 1, but on Terminator it says
Oh.
step 1. Which one do I use first?
Oh, okay,
And then
yeah.
second. So
Sounds like we have a
Terminator-
typo guy.
Yeah. Matt,
You guys have
that.
never had
Sounds like-
typos. You guys have never had typos in
Man,
anything.
we're perfect. We don't make those kinds of mistakes.
Nope,
So
never.
Spencer, Terminator first,
Yes.
then Carpet Bomber.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All
Then
right. Next,
we've got-
Joshua Kent. How long should Dream Maker cure before getting wet?
That's a good question.
I don't
I
think
guess
there
I'll
is one.
leave that to Dave.
There's a cure.
How long would you wait?
He's hemming and hawing over here.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it wet afterward, so that's a little unusual. It's not. It's more of just a tenacious product than it is a curing product. So that there shouldn't be a big cure time on Dream Maker. But I would make sure that there's some molecular stuff going on the surface when you're talking about boundary layers and all that sort of stuff where, if there are some volatiles and that sort of stuff in the product that are basically stuck to the surface, you want those to go away. And they take time when there's, a molecular attraction to that surface. So I would still say, an hour at least would be a good idea because of some of the chemistry that's going on the surface of the car and the paint.
Okay,
makes sense.
nice. About an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. Okay,
that's fair.
Cool.
Sweet.
Next question here. We have Ed. Says, question on potential residue left from the interior products. Does Terminator and Carpet Bomber residue need to be extracted afterwards?
Really good question. Well, one of the reasons that we use Terminator, Carpet Bomber, and Finisher is that Finisher neutralizes the first two. So Terminator and Carpet Bomber work together, and then Finisher neutralizes them. So essentially, they become what? What do we use the term? Inert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
that.
basically, it's not mandatory to do that,
Mhm.
but extraction and vacuuming is nice, right? Because you want to pull out some of the debris.
So my tendency with Terminator is if I use Terminator by itself, and I do that sometimes on just specific spots, I'm not really worried about what's left in the on the surface. If I've diluted out Carpet Bomber correctly and I haven't saturated the carpet, then I'm still probably not. I'm not really very worried about what's left. But if you get that carpet really wet with Carpet Bomber, I think pulling it back out in some way. Either with a damp microfiber towel or trying to remove some is a good idea if you're not using Finisher afterwards.
We're just not a big fan of using extractor to introduce a lot of moisture into the carpet, right? So the concept behind the double black carpet cleaning system is almost kind of a dry extraction method because less is better, right? So we always recommend dry brush first, vacuum, then introduce Terminator, then introduce Carpet Bomber, and scrub and vacuum. And then if you feel like you have to extract with a carpet extractor as your last step, you could do that, but the least amount of moisture possible in the car.
Yep. There you go. Kirby Thompson says, is Dream Maker affected by nighttime dew?
Oh, actually, so that's a good.
That's a great question.
I think that's back to the wedding question.
Because no, that goes back. I mean, really, that goes back
wedding.
to the wedding.
Wedding.
Wedding. Oh yeah, no. Well, but yes,
surface.
but also think about it like this: we were there at the Quail, right?
There were some of those
for
cars.
one afternoon that we were knocking out, right? And then the next morning, while they still had dew on them, right? Everything had dew on them. We just wiped the dew off, and the car looked immaculate.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we touched.
Yeah,
up
I haven't had
some
any
areas.
trouble and Dream Maker at all. It seems like it's very resistant to that.
Okay.
I have wiped it sometimes the next morning when I get back in my car. It's like, oh, hey, I got to get the dew off. But I haven't had any problem with it causing an issue that wasn't good, I guess.
Okay.
There you
Well, and
go.
it's generally a lot more common where you guys are located versus where we are here. Things tend to be a little more dry, so even in the mornings, dew is kind of rare.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We get dew here. We definitely the fall.
All right. So Clarity Auto Detailing or Details asking a hard question. You don't have to answer this.
Yeah, you
It
can
says,
ignore it.
yeah.
You don't have to
there's-
talk about
There's
it.
no
at
reason
all.
you have to.
Yeah,
Because
but
we
I
don't
mean,
talk about it.
They just want to know, is the Bead Maker 2.0 rumors true? Where the heck are these rumors
That's
coming
what
from?
I think
keep
he's just
saying.
making it up and hoping somebody confirms it.
I didn't
think
get.
so.
I haven't gotten these same rumors.
Yeah,
so
I
there
haven't
must
gotten
be
the
like a
emails.
pipeline that I don't know that I'm unaware of. I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
guys think? Is it crazy talk?
Well, we're constantly trying to make improvements. I think that's the best answer.
There you
All
go.
right,
That
So
is a
moving
good
on.
answer.
Next question, Dane.
Right? I mean, we're constantly trying to make improvements, and when the timing's right, you could see it. Who knows?
All right.
There you go.
Ozzy Bear says, "What do the P&S boys drive?"
Oh.
Starting with you, Bob, and then Dave.
Audi A6 black.
And Tesla Model 3.
Ooh,
go.
Dark,
Makes-
like a charcoal.
Yeah.
Okay.
ooh, very nice.
Wow, you guys want the colors that'll show all the imperfections so you can test, right?
Oh,
That's the goal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Fair
Yeah, and I
enough.
don't. The other thing is, I don't get to coat my car because I would need to be able to test products on uncoated cars. So that's kind of unfortunate. I need to keep my car around as a kind of a spot test vehicle,
Yeah.
and it gets used that way a lot.
Love it.
Okay, we're gonna go to another page here. Oh, actually, this is a pretty.
Yeah,
good
let's use
question.
Ed's
Ah,
here.
that's a good
So-
one. Ed's got one. Can't wait to see if Dream Maker will further boost the Uno Bead Maker combo.
It does because
does.
we literally did
It
it
does.
yesterday.
I've been doing it.
literally
and
did it.
Yeah, it looks great.
Dane did.
Can confirm.
Dane did the Uno Bead Maker combo yesterday on his BMW.
Yep.
And
then Dream Maker over the top of
and
it.
then Dream Maker right over the top. I actually did a second application today at Dream Maker just to kind of make sure it looked good before our final episode.
Yep.
And it
You guys can check out my stories on,
Looked pretty dang good,
on
man.
Facebook. You can see
Yeah.
it. So.
And
Dan O. Baker asking, Bob, do they detail vehicles in Africa?
I can actually tell you, it's pretty ironic. The guy actually washed one of the Toyota Land Cruisers while we were there.
Nice.
Their detail skills are very low end, but yes, they do wash the vehicles.
Yeah.
all
That's
right,
true. There you go. Call sign Stacks.
I'm jumping all around.
I'm
here.
late to the chat. Can you use Dream Maker before applying Bead Maker? Yes. No, you
Before-
can.
no.
You can, but you
can.
shouldn't.
You
Do
can,
Bead
but-
Maker first, then Dream Maker.
The
Yeah.
point is you use it last.
Yeah.
Yeah, lay down your longest protected product first, and then top it with the shortest protection.
that's easy.
And so that would be the combination. But I don't think there probably wouldn't be any bad effects. I'm
No.
sure. I'm sure
I
probably
don't
fine.
think it hurt it. It's just not the point.
Joshua Kent saying, do you think a pearl weave will still work good to apply if I don't have an FTW? Yes, you just might need to use more pearls.
Yeah, probably a couple more. Yeah,
Yeah.
the FTW has a little bit more absorbency than a Pearl does, and can hold a little bit more product and still be able to level things out, whereas the Pearl might get a little bit saturated with a few sprays.
All right.
What else we got?
Joshua Kent says, I ordered my Dream Maker about 30 minutes ago. Do I have to worry about staining or discoloring rubber trim?
No, not in our
I
experience.
didn't see anything.
No, it's safe on glass, trim,
Yeah.
all exterior painted surfaces.
I sprayed it on my wheels.
We did so when we were doing test spots though. So while we have used it on matte wrap finishes, right? You have to make sure to evenly apply the product, otherwise you will see a darkening in the areas that you wiped.
Correct.
So if you evenly apply it, you'll be absolutely fine. But for the most part, I think Dream Maker it was made for glossy surfaces, smooth glossy surfaces. But it's not going to affect anything negatively if it hits trim or whatever else it is. Jimmy actually said when he sprayed Dream Maker on his works wheels, you know, because
His very expensive.
he's like
He
work
doesn't
bikes.
like
well,
Coatings,
he's like, Anthony, I got
apparently.
these fancy wheels. They cost just as much as your Honda Civic. And I laughed at him like, no wheels cost that much.
do.
Yeah.
And then I saw him. I said, oh, no. So he used Dream Maker on those have the polished lip, the barrel on it. And it
Yeah, and it looks great on chrome. Dream
looks
Maker
great
on
on
chrome. It's crazy and polished aluminum. It's nuts. So
Just
A change in
bumping
tech
into
could
contrast.
be on the matte finishes, Anthony, is take the FTW, and this is what I did at Quail because we were working on some matte finishes as well, is take the FTW, apply the Dream Maker to the FTW, and then evenly apply it on the matte finish, and then you get
that's
yeah,
a
get-
really even finish.
very, yep,
Yeah, you get
very
even
good point.
concentration.
Very good
There you
point.
go.
Yeah.
Paulo Guerrera. I was already considering using paint gloss on top of Bead Maker to cut down on dust. I'm very excited though to use Dream Maker instead. I live in a rural area surrounded by farms and open fields. Yeah, I'm sure he gets a ton of dust
Yeah.
in that area.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Yep. As
Yeah, this would be great.
anti-static
I think you'll
properties.
like it. And then Jody Highblower. Will Dream Maker impact ceramic coating beading?
We'll leave that to the boys.
Yeah. Dave, would it change the surface tension on your coating?
To impact the beading or water behavior.
I'm trying to. We've done some testing, and I'm trying to remember whether Dream Maker actually I think actually improves the sheeting a little bit, as I remember. Is that what you remember?
Sydney's nodding here.
Sydney's
Yeah.
nodding. Sydney's like, I did that.
You're
test."
nodding,
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah,
Sydney's like, "It was me."
So I've noticed that, and it's kind of a trade-off. I don't think that the beading is quite as tight as Bead Maker, and so it is more like a sheeting. So I've noticed if I have washed my car fairly soon after I've used Dream Maker, it is more of a sheet. Now it's still a nice sheeting and the water still comes off and that's great, but you're not going to get those like hardcore beads like you do with Bead Maker. So I would venture to say both of my cars are coated and then they have, lifetime supplies of Bead Maker on them, but it does change it. I wouldn't say that it's in a bad way, but it does change it a little bit.
Well, and it lasts for. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I think it actually can be pretty nice when you get sheeting on the surface.
Right.
Kind of a nice feature to not leave all that water on the surface. It's still, if you then blow off your car, that's what I like to do. Is I like to blow off my car before I start drying it and that sort of stuff. And it seems like that works very cleanly.
Yes. Yep. And I think that's what makes Dream Maker a nice drying aid for that reason is it does help the water sheet off the surface. So I think in the same way that works, but yes, more sheeting.
Yeah. My main point was that it's not a long-term protection product by any means. So once it wears off, you're back to where you were.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that's all it is. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So really, it's nothing lost and possibly a little something gained.
Yeah.
Ulysses says, what's the best towel to use with Bead Maker? I find a long fiber towel doesn't work for me as well as the shorter fiber towels.
I like Dragos, and I also really like orange FTWs for
Yeah.
Bead Maker.
I only use the orange FTW.
Yeah,
It's my
why we made
favorite.
an orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ozzy Bear the Rooster.
I picked up a bottle of Dream Maker from my local distributor. Gonna slap some of this pink lemonade on an SI after I coat it today.
Ooh.
We'll let the
yeah.
coating cure a little bit,
Yeah,
Ozzy, before you do
give it
that.
some
Give
time.
it, give it a second.
Yeah.
It's like I'm really excited though.
I
I
was
really
so
want
excited.
to get it on there. Give it some time.
And then Dan Pfeiffer says, Dream Maker order placed. Excited to try it out. Thanks, P&S. Awesome. And then Ken Jeeper back. When I got my signature wheels, I had them coated and used Bead Maker on top. My tech said he almost dropped a wheel and asked WTF that I put on them.
Yeah.
It's a little slippery. And then Cardo's question for the P&S gang. Can I treat Dream Maker like a detail spray? Considering the gloss, how is the wipe off if I accidentally hit the trim?
Dave?
Yeah, you can use it as a detail spray. I find like I said, it kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. I kind of switch back and forth. But my opinion is, yeah, you can use it fine as a detail spray.
So, but I think that one thing though to
The
kind of
confusion
the
that sets
confusion
in.
though. So is that some people refer to detail sprays as an overall spray that has a cleaning ability and like a glossing ability. So if
paint gloss,
if-
gloss in the name,
so if his
it
car
confuses
was
people.
dusty,
So we're trying to make sure
we
we're
would probably
clear.
recommend him to use paint gloss first and
Right.
then Dream Maker, correct?
Yes. If there's, I typically am just removing smudges, even when I'm using a detail spray. I'm not really using it as a wash product. So
Right.
yeah.
And paint gloss is just going to be much easier, right?
Yeah.
As a detail spray. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
If the car
use
is
the
dusty,
easiest product to
use paint gloss. If it's dirty or dusty,
Yes.
use paint gloss. But yeah, smudges and stuff makes total sense. You can use Dream Maker in that scenario. I think you'd
Yeah.
be totally fine. But yeah, different purposes.
Yeah.
All right, so we have reached the hour mark, which means
we
we're
go.
going to cut to a quick break. But when we come back, I'm going to get us through all those questions that we missed from earlier. Don't worry.
And
we
I
will
think
knock those
are you boys
out.
leaving us for this next hour? I think so, right?
I think we are, guys. We
Okay.
there's nothing going on down here at P&S. We just like to hang with you guys, but we
have-
You got to
Yeah,
get
we
back
got a
to
full
work.
plate.
We
No
understand.
worries, no worries.
Yeah.
We appreciate
we gotta
you being
do some
here.
football tossing.
Yeah. Awesome,
right.
guys.
Thank you so
for
much.
being a part of this, and thank you for joining us.
All right, we'll
appreciate
catch
it.
you.
Now, I hope we added something. Thank you, guys. The studio looks great. You guys are awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and do you know what's better than Q&A Thursday? Yes, that's right, it's Wash Wednesday. Not just because I host it, but because it is a genuinely entertaining and hopefully informative series where we take cool cars, cool owners, and wash in an impromptu interview setting. So make sure to check out Wash Wednesdays right here at the Rag Company YouTube channel. See some cool cars, see some cool people, and maybe learn a thing or two.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company. And in case you've been living under a rock these last few months, well, have I got news for you. You can go back and binge the TRC Rex content you want. That's right, we have neared the end of our TRC Rex build. What is TRC Rex? Well, it's our 2004 Subaru WRX STI, and we literally bought this car and completely rebuilt it. So go to the Rag Company YouTube channel and you can binge literally from the start all the way to today, which, well, we're pretty much done. But the point is, you can do just like Netflix and binge every single episode from the comfort of your couch. So go check out TRC Rex right here, the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hey guys, it's Anthony of the Rag Company, and here on the Rag Company YouTube channel, we've launched something new and exciting. We all love seeing garage tours and seeing how other people's garages are laid out, and we thought we would do our own twist on that. And while we aren't so obsessed, we're definitely good enough. And so what we want to do is make an entire new series, bring you guys along and doing garage tours of different people's garages to see layouts, what they've done with the walls, what they've done with the floors, what they've done with the lighting, the storage, the tools, the detailing products, and so on. It's going to be a really cool series to hopefully give you guys new ideas and maybe make it more relatable to everybody watching. It's not Obsessed Garage, but it's definitely good enough garage. So check that out here on the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hello and welcome, and Levi literally made it by the skin of... Oh, Oh,
Holy
Anthony,
cow.
contain yourself. My
I had
goodness.
to run
Okay,
as
so
fast as I could back from the back.
it's disgusting.
2 minutes.
Okay,
Breaks.
they're getting shorter.
Getting shorter for a reason.
All right.
No,
So,
I'm older than you two.
You know what we need? So, you know, one of those things called at the airport, right? That help you, you know, the fast travel machines. What are they called?
You just need
one
a
of those,
little.
moving walkways.
Yeah, moving.
You know.
So
People
we need one of
movers.
those going to the
As
bathroom.
the eldest here, it's hard to run that fast.
Treadmills. Okay. So I wanted to touch on something before we
Okay.
hit all these
You
questions because there are
apologizing?
many of them. The thing I wanted to hit was TRC Rex. I wanted to talk about it being listed on Bring a Trailer, which it is right now.
It is. You can go watch
and,
it.
Actually,
Tomorrow's
the
last day.
auction winds up tomorrow, 2:30. We're going to be talking live with the listing. We're going to have the car out in the studio. We're going to walk you around,
Yeah,
show
we'll be
you
out here
stuff.
live doing a whole
Yeah.
live Q&A hangout.
2:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow. So
Yep.
be here. We're going to be doing a special live stream event. We're going to be answering your questions, and we'll actually be able to like show stuff. And this isn't just for people who watch our channel, but it's also for people who are like bidding on it.
Yeah.
Actually, on Bring a Trailer, they can come over to the live stream, check it out, see stuff in real time, talk with us. I think it'll be really fun. But it'll give everybody a chance to kind of see what it's all about. And don't forget, if you haven't already, Bring a Trailer doesn't charge you anything to just go there and leave some comments about the series.
You can literally
if you've been
make
watching.
make a account
Yeah.
to just leave comments.
Yeah,
It's
you
really
can just
great.
go say, "Oh, I watched the series. It looks like they did a good job," or "Oh, I'm curious about this thing," and you could bring it up, whatever it is. So that's great, and I really want to make sure everybody's aware of it. But
Yeah.
if you're not aware of it, go to bringatrailer.com, type Subaru in the search bar, and it's one of like 2 Subarus listed currently.
Well,
so
and we're gonna
you'll
try and
know
make
it when you see it.
We're gonna make it like this is like a week of parties, you know. Tomorrow's your dad's birthday.
Yeah.
As well, so perfect. Give the gift to Jeff Hennon that you've always wanted to give by buying one of his cars.
Absolutely.
But also, you know, we've got
Yeah.
a bunch of Pepsi products we're going to be drinking.
Yes.
Our friends at Horizon Credit Union are buying us pizzas
Woohoo!
from Flying Pie. So we'll have 10
Nice.
pizzas here.
No way.
So, Sid, if you feel like you're hungry, you need to come down for lunch. We'll have pizza here. Got sodas.
Sid's
you
a
know.
plain cheese kind of guy,
I know,
right?
I very much so.
yeah,
Very
I
much
don't know
so.
if they ordered that.
Don't
I
be
told
any
them no
onions
onions
on
and
those.
one with like no vegetables.
I
would
do
be
eat
great.
pineapple on my pizza though, and I
Okay.
know
We'll
that's a
have some
very
of
like
those.
taboo.
Yeah,
It's
hey,
not
Hawaiian
okay.
pizza
you have to
rules,
get
and I
out of
don't
here
care what
now. We're
anybody
kicking you
says.
out now.
I like that.
Pineapple
One
pizza, you
other-
weirdo.
I live in Pineappleville. How
One
about
other
that?
important factor to mention for all those of
Yeah.
you who are watching right now. We start our stream, I think 2:30 is what we said,
2:30
Mountain Standard Time.
Mountain Standard Time.
But the other thing to be aware of is I think it's at 3:56.
Shot of Dane.
3:56
So funny.
p.m. Yes, I know this is a great getup. 3:56 p.m. I think
Yeah.
is literally when the auction ends. So
Yeah.
if you get there at 4 o'clock, it might be over. You might have missed
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So make sure you're there when it actually
Beforehand.
Get there
Everybody
before
set a
4 o'clock.
reminder. Siri.
Yeah.
Set reminder. 2:30 Mountain Standard Time to watch TRC.
Alexa.
Now, if things
Alexa,
turn out, if
set
things turn out
reminder.
awesome, and there's a
Alexa.
bunch of stoked people bidding and fighting each other back and forth, I think it adds 2 minutes
It's pretty
to the clock.
fun, you know.
So it may go beyond
It
that.
keeps-
It's just
yeah,
that's the
right.
cutoff.
Every
funny.
bid adds 2 minutes
So-
to the end. So,
Really?
I watched Adam Patali's, you know, the truck that I
That was
worked
fun,
on.
yeah.
I watched that with the last like 10 minutes to spare, and the truck jumped 20 grand.
It, like,
on those
doubled.
last 10 minutes. Ended up selling for $85,000.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's pretty cool to watch because it's neat to see, and we've done it here in the office. We've picked up. We were there for when the Supra went for how much was that, Dane? Almost.
Oh, that was a $200,000+ Supra.
Yeah,
Mark
record-breaking
IV, of course.
Supra.
Turbo, 6-speed
so
manual.
it's really fun. So I'd advise, you know, it's kind of if you're bored and you're looking for something to do, pull up, bring a trailer, watch some of the ending auctions. It's actually kind of fun to watch
They
and
have a
see.
little start button. You click it. That's how
Yeah.
you watch a listing.
Yep.
Then it gives you updates.
So
Yeah. So now
join
you know.
us tomorrow for that. All right,
Yes.
let's burn through some questions,
All
Dane,
right,
so we can
starting
catch up.
from the top, literally.
Jeez.
Pages
All right,
and pages
here
ago.
we go.
2 hours ago.
Wow.
All right.
Here we go. Dan,
Dan
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Good afternoon. Word up from Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday, Eve, TRC crew. Let's talk Dream Maker. Hans saying hello, TRC family. Dan saying Hans. Dead Pedal saying happy Friday Eve, y'all. Damon Lentons, hey there, Smoky lads. I'm dreaming of fresh air and making gloss. Thanks, Damon. Alex Dewar, happy Friday Eve, TRC. Unfortunately, need to miss the live today. We'll catch up later. Have a fantastic weekend. CJ Byrne 27, will Dream Maker help me attain my dream of becoming as quick-witted and as funny as G. Davis?
We can only
Possibly.
hope.
Don't drink it.
Possibly. Hans closes and says, Dan, CJ Byrne, yes, but it will only. Oh, this is G Davis saying CJ Byrne, yes, but only if you buy the $26.99 bundle from TRC. Hashtag G Davis gets a cut. Ed saying, hey, TRC team. Dead Pedal, any recommendations on a affordable extractor for cleaning carpets and seats? Anthony.
Yes, it's called the Garage Sales Special.
Bissell
Get
Spot
yourself a
Spot-
$10 Bissell Spot Pet Pro.
Yeah,
I got
good
it at
stuff.
Garage Sale.
You
for
can
10
pick it
bucks.
up new at like Walmart or Fred Meyer's for like $100.
I would say Amazon actually probably sells some. So they have the Pro Heat version. They have the non-Pro Heat.
I have the Pro Heat, but it doesn't ever heat up.
Oh,
Right.
I just
It takes forever.
Well, I just literally just put hot water
That's
in
what
it.
I do, too. I
That's
just
what I
put
do,
hot water in
and it
there.
works. So, yeah, just pick one up. They're about $100 off of Amazon.
Yeah,
Just make
it's
sure you have
small.
one with a wand on it that extends, right? Some of them are literally set it.
Oh yeah,
And-
no,
and-
I've had to
yeah.
like in my Suburban, I have to like set it,
Yeah.
bring it in with me,
Yeah.
because it's not that
So
far.
get one with a wand on it.
But-
Next up, we have RSX Freak 79 says, will TRC carry the KCX 5-liter spouts Andrew mentioned in the last week's podcast? Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if we get them, if he gets
get
them. Weaver details. How does Dream Maker differ from other quick detailers? It's technically not a
kinda-
quick detailer. It's a gloss enhancer.
Yeah, so it's a gloss enhancer. We kind of covered that with the whole
It's-
talk earlier. Paint gloss is P&S's quick detailer technically,
Yeah.
whereas Dream Maker is going to be a pure
And the
gloss
way we've kind of set it out, paint gloss is a cleaner.
yeah.
Bead Maker is a protectant.
Yep.
Dream Maker is a glossifier.
Yep.
People get confused because they say paint gloss in instant
Yeah,
name,
well-
and it gets
Right.
confusing. But the reality is, yes, it
Well, you
does
do it
not
purple,
clean.
orange,
Dream
pink.
Maker does not clean, does not protect much, but its whole purpose is gloss. That's what you need to know about it.
We got Ryan G says, will this product help with dusting? So I think in most of our testing, we found
Yeah.
that honestly, Dream Maker has a lot of good anti-static properties, and I found the panels to be exceptionally clean
Yes.
days after applying it. So I would say that is going to be pretty resistant to dusting.
Yep. Matthew McDaniel, P&S paint gloss versus Dream Maker. When should I use one over the other? As a topper, whatever your choice is, just know that paint gloss doesn't have near the glossifiers that Dream Maker has. But Dream Maker doesn't have the cleaning agents and encapsulators that paint gloss has.
Don't use Dream
So-
Maker on a dirty car.
Right.
Mike C. Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. Man, I almost forgot about the Thursday Q&A. Can Dream Maker be used similarly to paint gloss in general? Gotta go, unfortunately, catch you later. Just answered that. Aaron Allen, happy Friday Eve. TRC crew, no work today. Had a dentist appointment. So
Yeah.
did my wife.
Glad you're here.
She also had a dentist appointment
Did
today
she?
this afternoon. So
Dang.
Dead Pedal, check out pretty much any Bissell spot cleaner, especially on OfferUp or garage sales. I picked up mine for $15. Works great. There you
There
go.
you go, Ed. That's the way to do it.
John Pepper, the Skittle scent at W4 makes me want to use it as a maintenance wash, but I know it's not safe to do all the time. Any suggestions on similar scented soaps that are pH neutral? Pearl's a great soap for that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
great. Pearl's
perfect.
great. Yep.
Future Prison, hey TRC crew, caught up with the Heap Car Challenge series. Very well done and so much fun to watch. Thank you.
Thank you.
We just shot the last episode today, and boy, it's a doozy.
It's
Yes,
great.
good.
Poets Flamel, happy Friday Eve, fellas. Thank you. John Pepper, happy Friday Eve, y'all. Jim Corso, Dream Maker gloss better than Bead Maker? Yes.
Yes.
Illusions, would you recommend Dream Maker before or after applying Bead Maker?
After.
Lex Garage, for all those wondering, Dream Maker smells phenomenal.
Watermelon.
Kevin, the live for Dream Maker was really informative, guys. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Thank you. Dead Battle says it's Pank.
I think Dead Pedal
I think
might
he
be
means
Andrew.
It is Andrew.
It's Andrew,
It is
yeah.
Andrew. It is.
Pank. And then Jamie the,
The famous
cleaner.
voice actor.
Yeah,
Yes.
famous voice actor.
The
Soon to
thing
be,
you haven't
anyway.
seen yet. Yeah.
Jamie the cleaner saying Pink Party Gang. David Cervantes, what's up? Aaron Allen, holy Pink Party, yeah. David Cervantes says Luke Berge would love this new TRC color. Hans
Hans.
says, yay, the sweet blonde is back. Thank you, Hans. And then seeing a couple videos on DM seems reviews are mixed so far from Ken Jeeper. Ken, it's basically you want to use it or you don't, plain and simple.
Mixed
Jamie
in
the
the
cleaner.
sense that, I was going to say, I'm just going to elaborate. Mixed in the sense that, do you
It's
need
awesome.
it? No. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Jamie
it.
the cleaner, where do I get a Dream Maker shirt? Patience.
What's that?
Wild rides. Hey guys, long-time podcast listener, first time catching it live. Love all the recent content information each. Thanks from Nova Scotia, Canada. Thank you, man. Appreciate
Awesome.
it. Anthony.
We have I am feeling the set vibes from Lex Garage.
Very
We
nice.
agree. Happy Friday Eve, says Adam Hancock. And is that Hankook or Hancock?
Hancock.
Got perfect. My eyes. Can I spray Dream Maker on my pillow to dream better?
If you like a wet
Sid?
pillow.
Yes.
Your head's
I mean,
gonna
I guess
slip
you
off.
could.
Yeah.
I guess you could. I mean, who's going to stop you?
It might cool down the pillow a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like my face feels really smooth. I don't know what's going on.
I smell like watermelon now.
Yeah.
This Bacho, whoa, everything is pink.
Everything is
Hans,
pink.
Yay, Papa P&S is here also. G. Davis, the studio decoration reminds me of Dane's 12th birthday party at the H&R Block office in Swim.
Oh man,
H&R Block.
but they're green.
That's awesome. Will this new product help with dusting like paint gloss does? Yes.
Anti-static
Alex
properties.
Dewar. Wow, was G. Davis the head of the party planning committee for the set? Yes. Ken Jeeper. I know DM can be used as a drying aid, but is it a good drying aid with lubrication? Yes, it
Yes.
is.
It actually has some
Yeah.
lubrication,
You can use as drying aid. We did it on my truck yesterday also. So
but don't clean with it.
yeah.
Right.
Adam Hancock. I'm assuming Dream Maker goes on top of Bead Maker. Yes. Is there a wait time in between? About an hour.
Yeah, give Bead Maker enough time to kind of set up.
It really depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
So, Despacho. Why should I buy Dream Maker? Sell me on it. I'm still buying it. Whatever you say.
I think we've said a
'cause
lot.
It's
Said a
good.
lot.
Just buy it. Matt Gibb saying,
Hey,
"Hey
Matt.
guys, long time since I've watched. I've been." Don't know what
Missing.
else. And then Keith
good.
saying, "Love the pink studio."
Thanks,
Thank you,
Keith.
Keith. Joshua Ken, I ordered my Dream Maker about 30 minutes ago. Do I have to worry? We already answered that. Alex G. Davis, Alex Dewar, wait till you see Anthony's face painting and weight guess by Field Booth. Oh, gosh.
I think the
Guess your weight by
Oh.
I'm
God.
Just jiggling.
That's so bad.
Don't know about that.
JL, that's why you couldn't talk about it a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that's pretty much why.
Bear does say hi to folks. We did Paulo's
Paul,
here. I
yeah, we
believe.
already answered him. Danny Israel, wow, pink party. Yep. Matt Gidd, hopefully Dream Maker is better than those two products. P.S. What's up with the hype over Bead Maker? Some love it. Some people I know and have trained said it lasts 3 days and is poor. Matt, it's so funny what people think doesn't last because they're too busy looking at a dirty car. And they're like, man, my car's dirty. I've had folks that, in Anthony, I've noticed this. They put Bead Maker on their car, then they go drive it like to the mountains or to another
Right.
state, and then they come back
Ugh.
and the car's filthy.
Ugh,
And they
Water
Didn't
rinse it.
behavior's not
They
the same.
rinse it with water.
Yeah.
And then they go, stuff doesn't even stick. It's like
Oh, it
maybe
sucks.
wash the dirt off.
Yeah.
And then they wash the dirt off and they rinse like, oh, it works.
There it is.
It works.
It
again.
works, but it didn't work at first.
Didn't work at
Something
first.
happened.
It was
Came
there
out.
the
Because
whole
it's
time,
clogged
guys.
with dirt. It's a dirty car. So
Matt, for what it's worth, man, people have been using Bead Maker for several years now,
Yeah.
and more Bead Maker is sold every single day
Around the world.
than probably most any other spray sealer.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's where people wouldn't keep buying it if it didn't
it's
work.
the people that don't know how to wash a car
Right.
that are the ones that
It
have
would,
a
yeah.
problem with it.
There'd be no reason why that much Bead Maker is being sold every single day if it stopped working.
Or they
right?
or they
nobody.
act-
I hate this product.
yeah. Or they act like Bead Maker is a ceramic
hate
coating,
it.
and they're
Right.
mad that it doesn't act like
It doesn't
ceramic
last a
coating.
year. What's up, guys?
Yeah. Fun fact: it actually lasts a lot longer than that. People just aren't visibly noticing it,
Right.
or they're using it so
usually
much
confused.
that they're rehydrating it.
Yeah.
They're reapplying it.
Yep.
But
So-
you can't.
Joshua Kent, what do we got? I've noticed Bead Maker has a warm glow to it. What about Dream Maker? Is it on the warmer, cooler side? It is definitely on the warmer side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warmer. Han says, "Can Luke foam Dream Maker?" He could try.
I don't know. Have
Ozzy
any of you
Bear.
tried foaming it yet?
My use for Dream Maker will be a final wipe down before customer pickup. I can't wait to see their eyes pop out of their skull like a cartoon.
Oh my.
It's the way to do it, Ozzy Bear. Jay Dobbins, I'm fighting some very fine scratches on my 05 TSX when I turn the lights off using a Rupes light. 3D1 Eurofiber 3401 so far. Any suggestions? Should I use a microfiber cutting desk and aggressive compound? I'd like it to be flawless. Well, first off, you're probably not going to get that with 3D1. That's going to be my first say. Eurofiber is a great pad, and microfiber pads are great. The problem is you might be running into is that you are adding more marring because you have softer clear coat because you have a Japanese car. So I would try and utilize a foam pad, and I would probably switch to something like Last Cut
Yeah.
on your
exactly.
3401. Like
Um,
use any. You can pick up like the burgundy
Yeah,
or even
burgundy.
the yellow. You could pick up the Reflection Artist kit, or you could even switch over to the Lake Country Force pads for your 3401. And I would use it with the last cut, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, we're hearing something in our
Sorry,
headphones right
Gabe's
now.
talking
For
to
those
us
So
over the
I'm
mic.
going to repeat what I'm hearing. So our operations manager has been listening and has been seeing a weirdly high demand for these Dream Maker
Strange.
shirts. So there's something coming in. Okay, in the upcoming weeks, we will be releasing a limited quantity
Dream Maker
Oh.
shirts.
Wow.
of
Wow.
Dream Maker shirts. What?
We made them just for today, and like
This is
everybody
really just
wants
for
them. This
today.
is really cool.
It's
So
like my new
okay.
favorite
stay
shirt.
tuned, guys.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay, if you
So
guys
awesome.
want these shirts, it sounds like there may be a
Yeah.
limited run.
So
coming
you guys are
very
gonna have to
soon.
buy them when we bring them up to the website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, do I have to buy mine? I'm already wearing
No,
it.
you're gonna have to wear- you're gonna have to
Are-
wear
are
it.
you
Don't-
I don't know. I think
I don't-
people pay extra for that if they're weird. So
Hans is like cash
He's
apping
like,
me.
oh,
I'm like,
$100.
well, Hans just sent me $150.
Yeah.
I'm like, that
Hans
was
will
not
pay
fair.
for mine.
Yeah.
oh man. Okay,
There you go. So
Jeff,
keep up on that. Jeff C. placed a Dream Maker order yesterday, stocked up on P&S's interior trifecta. Have you tested Dream Maker with O&R? Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it best to get the bulk of O&R off before spraying Dream Maker, or just leave the O&R on the
You
surface?
can, you can leave O&R on the surface. That's what I've been doing for a lot of my washes at home. All my rental stuff.
Doesn't
I know
hurt.
Sid's been doing it too.
Works
Yeah.
great.
Dead Pedal, I just ordered some Dream Maker. Can't wait to try it on my 95 Ranger with barely any paint left on it. Honestly, dude,
It'll
I will tell
surprise
you, I will tell you, you will be amazed at the gloss that thing, because I wet sanded my truck with 3,000 grit sand. I literally just washed it. I had 3,000 wrapped around a foam brick, and I just washed my whole truck with it. And then we literally sprayed Dream Maker on one of the doors and then stood back, and you could visibly see a difference on the Dream Maker on the fine scratches.
It actually kind of pulled a lot of the color out of the fine scratch and kind of made
Yeah.
things glow and pop a lot more, which was pretty cool
Yeah,
to see. But
so-
you know what, though? Andrew, I wish you were here because
do too.
if we
We
weren't
do.
doing this pink vibe, we would definitely be doing some type of like synth wave
Yeah, some-
something.
all
Like
have
I mean,
Vipers.
I don't know. And so there's no better person to set up
No.
a set for synthwave than Andrew. He's
Oh,
he's got
totally.
that stuff nailed
He's the
down.
best.
Yeah.
So
that's
all
coming
right.
from a '94 OBS owner with barely any paint left on it. Yeah.
No, mine has a ton of paint. All right. Hans, will those decorations be on eBay after this? And will the tablecloth be signed by the people at the table?
See
He's
what
gonna set up,
happens.
he's going to set up a little spot. We can do that. You never know.
It's like he's been through this
Yeah.
before.
No international shipping,
right?
Yeah.
He recreates like
International.
this set at like his house, and he's like, it's almost like I was there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hans, you're always with us here.
Curly Wolf.
Curly Wolf, TRC Media Team, thanks so much for being informative, entertaining, and prolific. I can't imagine how heavy a load your on and off camera members must be carrying. You are unbelievably crushing it. Thank you, Curly Wolf.
Very
It
Shout
is
out to
really
those guys
this
back there
team.
too.
Yeah.
It is really this team.
Yes.
Alfredo Martinez, is Dream Maker as good as Obsessed Garage's Drying Aid? We haven't tested Obsessed Garage's Drying
we
Aid.
haven't
We don't
tested it.
know.
It's I believe when I say the chemistry is very different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very different product.
It's not a quick detail.
It's not a
different
quick
animal.
detailer, and it's not marketed as a drying aid. It can absolutely be used as a drying aid, but it's very much a show car glossifier.
Yeah, the drying aid part was something more we found in testing that, hey, it works great as a drying aid,
works
but
great
that
as a
was
drying
never
aid,
the
that one.
intention, but it works great as one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Already said that one.
All right. I think we went through some of these.
Yeah, we
already.
did some of
Yeah.
these. What we got?
Boom.
All right,
just
yeah,
talk-
just next page, Dane.
Oh wow.
We did all these.
Okay. So we are.
All right.
Oh, we did that one.
Mike Spina saying P&S.
I
Did we
think
do
many
on
of
that
these
page?
ones we
All
already.
I think
got
we've
to.
gone through this. So let's go to page 3.
Okay.
Nighttime
Todd
2.
Scott, I got tired. We didn't do any of Todd's.
All
Go down to the
right.
bottom there, Dane.
What? Oh.
So Tad says, I got tired of babying exterior towels other than drying towels, so I decided to get a case of Eagle Edgeless 365, 90 cents a towel. So any towel that is going to touch the paint now is a brand new 365.
Tad, still wash those towels,
Then
though.
that towel goes into the interior bin to be used for interior cleaning. Yeah,
So-
so make sure you wash them, though.
Pre-wash everything.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that just because they get a brand new case of towels, they're the most perfect they're ever
They're
going to
not.
be.
Wash 'em.
There could be manufacturing lint still within them. They need to be washed, and let's just say cardboard shavings for some reason.
Oh, yeah, we get those. Yeah.
Sometimes they happen. So
Sometimes the plastic bag
but
breaks as they're putting them in the cardboard.
what
on the
what
cardboard.
you could do is you
rubs.
could wash all those 365s and then put them in some nice totes, right, and then pull them out knowing that they're new towels.
Yeah.
That's what I highly recommend doing.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
What
All
do we
right.
got?
Erica says, I just ordered the Dream Maker package yesterday. Can't wait. And then Hans says, when will Red Bead Maker strawberry scent be promoted? That's funny. Tom Norris says, does dream. And hello, why are you on my phone?
All right, Tom.
I don't know, Tom. And then
You
Eddie,
put us there. We didn't put
I have-
ourselves
who
there.
are you people?
I have all of the P&S line of products. I think what is missing is like a 6-month sealant that is a step up from Bead Maker durability wise, and I think there's a good market for a product like that. Well, the fun fact thing is Bead Maker is 6 to 9 months,
Yeah.
depending on where you are, and
Yeah.
can provide that in
It
the right
can.
settings. Now,
Tell you right now, man, there's Bead Maker, there's some situations on glass, right?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you guys this, right?
Bead Maker lasts forever
But
on glass.
When
Even though
I
it's-
was cleaning the glass on my other house,
Yeah.
right? When I was there cleaning up everything.
yeah, you had to wash all the
and
windows.
I had to wash all the windows, right? Some of the windows I had hit Sonax spray and seal for the areas that my hose could reach,
Right.
Those looked great still. All the other windows around the house, I used Bead Maker on. Right when I started rinsing those, kind of like IK sprayer, I was like, oh my God, they're still beating. It has been like a year and a half,
Yeah,
dude.
and
on the
Dave
windows.
has famously said like that it doesn't last as long on glass compared to clear.
But dude, it's crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
what? I was like, what the actual heck is going on? Probably because they've never been wiped.
Probably.
In the entire year. I have no idea. It's
Yeah,
insane.
and my business model is I see most of my customers every 6 months, and I mean honestly, like 8 out of 10 cars that comes back in, there's the Bead Maker still active after
Yeah.
6 months, and these folks are driving through car washes in between seeing me. So, I don't know if there's something that's being missed in the application of it. I know for me, I always clay. And so I think that gives a good surface for the Bead Maker to bond with. So I think that might be important. So if you're not getting enough longevity out of the Bead Maker, I would maybe suggest using an iron remover and claying the car to see if you can get a better bond. But most of the cars that come back through my shop at 6 months, the Bead Maker is still
Yeah.
I think
pretty
it just
good.
depends on your environment, man. Because
Pretty
just
good.
like they said over at Air Force One,
Yeah.
they're
It's
hitting
still-
those planes with Bead Maker, and they said 7 out of the 10 planes still had some
This
sort
last
of
time.
protection on
Yeah.
them.
Those last time
And
have been 2 years.
it really just comes down to the elements. Comes
Yeah.
down to the elements. Comes
Yep.
down to what
And-
the car's seeing. But
I don't disagree. I'm sure there's scenarios and environments where, okay, maybe it did wear off a little sooner than you thought. But I think a lot of the stuff we see, a lot of the people who do complain about something, it's oftentimes a misdiagnosis.
Yeah.
And that's the part that a lot of people fail to see because they just take somebody's word as gospel in a review or something like that. And, that's it. I'm not going to look into it any further than that. I'm just going to
Right.
take it at face value.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
But to answer your question, Soul. It's fast. It's easy. It'll take you almost
Yeah,
as long to
man.
install
Yeah.
Soul as it will
Right.
to add Bead Maker,
it's
Yep.
true.
to
Soul's
install
pretty
Bead Maker.
quick.
So just do Soul and you get 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soul's pretty money.
Sid, this one's for you.
So my favorite pad for Clarity Cream is I really like using the black for general purpose. So if you're just trying to do general cleaning, get the windows nice and shined up, I like the black because it is so pliable that it can get into all the
Like a Lake
edges
Country
and things
black?
like that. For water spot removal, which Clarity Cream has become a big one for, I will either use a wool pad or even I like the burgundy from the Reflection Artist line. That one really rips
Yeah.
those water spots off there. So I tend to use those. One thing I will say about Clarity Cream is I have dedicated pads.
Yeah.
So because it does stain them pink. And so I do definitely have a section of my pad drawer that is just Clarity Cream pads. And I generally have one of each, a yellow, a blue, all of that. And so I do keep those dedicated for Clarity Cream. That's just one tip there that I don't like to mix them with regular compounds and
Yeah.
polishes because Clarity Cream does build up in the pad and doesn't wash out all the way.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Despacho.
Just
put in my order for
macho.
Dream Maker and can't wait to try it out on my clapped out Honda.
You and me
Neither
both,
could
sister.
Anthony.
You and me both.
talking your talk.
Dude, I love clapped Hondas. They're my favorite, but I like
Graham.
making them less clapped.
Good afternoon, lads in Sydney. Can I ask a non-P&S question? Shoot. Minuteman Productions, what's the best way to clean 1 day's worth of dust after a car wash? Paint gloss.
Pink glass. Yeah.
Damon Lentis, my Labor Day order just arrived this afternoon. Thanks, guys. You're welcome, man. And, yep, Hans answered that.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not a good idea to use a car duster. Don't.
Watch a video with
Never.
Levi
Yeah,
for more
don't.
on that.
It's never okay.
Yep. Spencer, how would Dream Maker, Bead Maker compare to B&B's Slipstream? So I've heard Slipstream is similar to Bead Maker.
Well, Slipstream is
in the sense
slip-
of how it's kind of a spray sealant, polymer spray sealant.
Well, so Slipstream is what, so that's Matt's drawing aid,
Yeah.
right? I believe somebody can confirm on that.
Yeah.
But how would Dream Maker and Bead Maker compare? So it would not be in line with, so Dream Maker would not be in line with Slipstream.
Yeah.
Different
Bead
type
Maker would
of
be more in
product.
line with that. But I mean, honestly, I guess just
But you
watch.
could use Dream Maker over Slipstream
You
if you
could.
wanted
You
to.
could also use Slipstream and put Dream Maker on top
That's
of
what
it.
I
It would
just
probably
said.
be fine.
Use
Oh,
Dream
sorry.
Maker
Well, I heard you
over
say
your
Bead
These are
Maker.
Slipstream.
on the same bridge.
Yeah, we're on the same bridge, Dane.
But I would say, I don't know. I mean, I think that, Matt, he's covered a lot of stuff on both of them. I mean, he used Bead Maker for several years and decided to switch to Slipstream. If that's somebody that you look up to, then it's somebody you can take some advice from. But for the most part, we love Bead Maker. Wouldn't trade it for the world. We think it's an awesome
Well, and
product.
a lot of it is where people live,
Yeah.
where they have difficulties. We don't have humidity here. And so those that are always in high humidity have to contend with a lot. And so
Yeah.
sometimes it can be frustrating for some people, and that's why they try something different.
Yeah.
And that's why we've always just been right, because it works here for us. Hans, does Bring a Trailer ship internationally?
I imagine they
Possibly.
have scenarios where
Sure
they
he
do
could.
it for international
Yeah,
customers. They have
sure
a
he
big
could.
enough audience, definitely.
Paolo says pepperoni and pineapple for the win.
that's
I'm
strange.
just a Canadian bacon
Can
and
we
pineapple.
do one of those habanero pizzas? Or are
I
those
don't know what she's
gone?
bringing. She's just bringing us some pizzas.
Do you think we could request
This coming
something?
from the guy who's like lactose intolerant. You want to have the frickin'
Dane,
fiery.
don't bring my stomach problems into this Q&A today.
Minuteman saying, I
Not
thought
bringing
that
them in
was
so much
James
as out.
Pumphrey from Donut Media.
I'm a chubby guy with a beard. What can I
there
say?
you go.
High
Hans
energy.
says, using a duster's good at making scratches. Tim O'Brien, when has international shipping ever stopped you, Hans?
Great
It's true.
point.
Good question,
There's a
Tim.
will, there's a
Great
way.
Alex, so I accidentally did a one-stop correction and then a ceramic coat. How do I get rid of it?
Oh.
How did you accidentally do that? And I don't
It's
know
hard
what the
to
problem
accidentally ceramic
is. A
coat
one-step and then a ceramic coating.
How did you accent? Was it
That's a lot of
That's a lot of commitment
couple
for an
hours,
accident.
man. So,
like
question
5
though.
hours in? Dang it.
Yeah, like
Well, okay, so
Wasn't that-
here's how you
gets
get rid of it. Just go over with at the pad and some compound. Just
Yeah, repolish it
again.
out,
Just
repolish
it
out
off.
the coating,
It's easy.
and take it off.
Yeah. Han says, I'm just that nice that they forget about the borders for me. Umberto, the pink thing with Dream Maker can also be great for cancer on ladies for donations.
we're not looking to cause.
Umberto, I love that. I love the way that was spelled out.
was-
It's great for cancer on the ladies for donations.
way to phrase it.
We know what you meant.
Yep.
Han says, oh, wait, and then he goes, Minuteman says, isn't that something Anthony on the right?
Wow, weird.
That's half day Anthony right
Different
there.
different guy. I'm Tony Tuesday, baby. Tony Tuesday.
Hans closes
Famous
says,
wings and
good
berries.
point on cancer awareness. Umberto. Hans says,
Our
yes.
foreign audience is great. I mean, not super
He
foreign,
answers
but
it
just
for
foreign
you.
enough.
It says yes, but he'll say it's not true. Ha ha ha.
Correct.
M. Garcia, any suggestions on wheel acid and where I can find it? I need some to get these stubborn water spots that I can't get out. Thanks, guys. You're going to have to call a local detail supply shop. You could even go look on P&S's website if you'd like and see if you can pick up some from them. But yeah.
M. Garcia, I'm going to
Be
assume
safe.
you watched the video that
Be safe.
I made with Anthony a long time ago, and that one's still very popular.
I think
Make sure you wear
I
gloves,
think
make
if
sure you
we
got
sold
a-
Will
you
Acid,
got
we'd be
a,
rich.
Ventilator, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not to be messed with.
M. Garcia, 24.
We already answered that.
Moving on.
Again.
Hans Klosen, Tom Kirby says, afternoon TRC crew, question for a very fine polish to use on interior trim. Thinking of fake wood. Fine polish used on interior trim.
Last cut.
Last
cut works great for you.
I've done this a few times. Hyper polish is awesome for this kind of stuff. You could try a Jewel, mask it off if you're gonna use Jewel, and then
Envy.
Envy is also Envy is also good. Well, Envy is the jeweling polish. Sorry,
Yeah, you were calling
it
I
Jewel.
call it Jewel
Yeah.
because whenever it smells very good too. Do you
Yeah.
ever smell Envy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the smell.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a fruity, fun type of thing.
Huh.
But no, the hyper polish that works good. But I think Last Cut overall is a great little
Yeah.
polish for that too. JWL says, greetings from Yorkshire, England. What is your favorite, spelled differently, underbody protection against the elements? I used a lanolin-based product as part of my winter prep routine and wondered what are your guys' use? So Levi, what do you do to protect from all the rust here?
I
What
don't.
rust?
Exactly. We don't.
So, well, okay,
have
how about
that.
The rust that I have on the
How about this?
Suburban is
So,
because
Levi-
Jeff used to back that Suburban into the lake and let it sit in the water while he unloaded his boat.
Okay, so
That's the only rust I have.
I saw you. So you have a favorite protectant
Oh.
spray that I saw that you
Oh.
just like to kind of just lay on the ground and shoot underneath the
Yep.
truck without
Mhm.
masking anything. What
Yep.
is that?
That is high-tech undercoat. Literally by the company High Tech.
Yeah, but I
It's
noticed you don't prep
it's
anything.
an undercoat.
You just kind of shoot it.
You
everywhere.
don't. You just shoot it as long
Spray
as
and
it's not
pray.
wet.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a spray and pray procedure. But
Available at the
basically-
hardware store.
Yeah, so you pick up, I get it from one of our local distributors, MVP Distributing.
Mm-hmm.
I used to use it in my shop all the time. I'd buy cases of it just to spray undercoat on dealer cars. They always wanted it. So we paint frames. So you paint the frames, front and rear differentials, and that's it. You just run it along the side of the truck or vehicle. When I got the Suburban, I did that to it. When I bought my little red truck, my Sonoma, I did that to it. And when I bought this truck, that's what I did to it. So I just hit the frame rails, front and rear differentials, and sometimes the suspension components. I hit the hitch and all that. And it just makes a nice rubberized coating on all the frame parts and metal parts, but it keeps it looking nice and it's black. And so I have a black frame and I don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah.
But body on frame stuff, especially something like Dane's truck where it's a lot taller. Your truck's new, so it's not a big deal.
You
but,
can stand up and
but let's
spray
say-
underneath
but
that
let's
one.
say in 10 years,
Yeah.
it starts to dull out a little
Sure,
bit. That's
sure.
a perfect time. Go in there, spray everything off, make it look all nice again. So that's something I use, but honestly, we don't do a lot here. We just wash the underside of our cars and just
Yeah.
make sure
Well,
they're
the stuff they use
free.
on the roads doesn't cause salt
We don't
for us
use
the
salt.
way it does in other states either.
We don't use salt. We use can't remember the name
Magnesium
of it.
chloride.
Magnesium chloride.
Yeah, okay.
So
It's a little
There you
bit
go.
less harsh.
Minuteman
Minuteman
says, do you guys recommend Chemical Guys products? Yeah, if you're just starting out, they're not a bad line to get started with. But other than that,
your
you
feet
could just
wet.
come here to the Rag Company and use any of our products for anything that you need.
We carry the stuff we carry because we vouch for it. If
Yeah.
we didn't carry it,
And
we
it's
wouldn't
all
vouch for
easy
it.
to use.
Hans Klosen says, people say that Bead Maker sucks. Are TFR users, I think.
Don't know what that means, Hans. Thank you, though. It's got our back always.
Always.
Uh,
Stab somebody for
yeah.
us, I think.
M. Garcia says, what's the best compound and polish to paint correct a black vehicle? Thanks, guys. Let's tell you right now, to start out with, Last Cut. It's easy. Easy peasy. Kyle LaRue, just getting in. Hope you guys are well. Just want to know if you use Dream Maker on Windows.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Turned out
You
fine.
can. I mean, I think that
I think you still want to clean them first.
I think you still want to
Well,
clean
yeah,
your
obviously you
windows,
wanna
and then
clean
you
it
can use
before you-
Dream Maker on Windows. But I think, like, honestly, just it's not gonna have the same effect on Windows. I think it'll add a little bit of something to them, but nothing like just normal clean glass.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
actual glass cleaner is your most important thing to try first.
Yep, True View, and just send it.
Yeah.
Yep.
G. Davis says, when I saw the website bundle sale, I was more excited than Hans visiting the dollar store family.
Planning section.
Planning section. I was like, that wasn't quite the punchline I was looking for.
Josh says, Dream Maker shirts, let's go.
Hey.
That's because Josh saw them and was like, how do I get my hands on one of those?
I know.
man.
I think the entire Rag Company team saw him. Were
So,
like,
here's the deal.
what the heck are those
so
things?
we accidentally put some of them on a little earlier than we were supposed to because we had about an hour before showtime. And we walked over to the other building to sing happy birthday to Jeff and Carolyn and Gabe. and go have some delicious birthday treats. And we were surrounded by the rest of the team, and all of them were like, "What are those shirts? Where do we get ours?" And I was like, "Oh shoot."
Well, imagine someone who's not into detailing, not even aware of like products or brands or anything. They see the shirt, they think you're implying that you're the dream maker,
Yeah, well, that's
which
'cause
is
we
fun
are.
on its own.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
just saying.
So it was just kind of funny. So we were like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
Wait for we're gonna have a synthwave version called the Final Wipe Down.
ooh,
Yeah.
the
Right.
final wipe down, trademark."
Down.
So, trademarked
It's,
by
like,
the Rag
super
Company
cool.
and
It's gonna be
Tony
awesome.
Tuesday Productions.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Wow.
Cardo's question is, Dream Maker a polymer with filling properties? I wanted to ask this for vehicles that are swirled to hell but don't want to polish.
It doesn't. So it does not.
Yes
it's not,
and no.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna. How do I say
It's
this?
not going to last.
It's not gonna fill like a like it's
It's not like a
glaze.
one-step
It's not
all-in-one
it's not
polish
it's not
or
like
anything like
that.
that.
But I will say though that just a little bit of gloss that it adds, it very much distracts you from any major significant issues in the paint. And we were doing a wrap job we were cleaning a wrap at Monterey, and it was a crazy wild red wrap. You remember that? It was like that. It was insane, the color. It was a very drug dealer color. And it was swirled to heck, man.
The nasty
the thing
DB9.
sucked. It was
Yeah.
really
It was-
ugly
all of us
looking.
were like, why is
Right.
that car here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did not make sense.
That
The drug
Aston
dogs were
Martin
going
with
crazy
a-
around
with a
it.
that-
That
Chrome
was
wrap.
hilarious when the drug dog walked by and it started going nuts at the car, and you're just like,
But we
okay.
wiped it down with Dream Maker, thinking, okay, like it was
Because it was
like,
a chrome wrap.
you're like,
Yeah.
we'll see what it does. But it like really made things pop. It really warmed everything up, but it also distracted you from the fact that that wrap
Yeah.
was in such bad shape.
it was
Yeah.
like red chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really awful.
Hans,
I want that shirt. I'd like to buy Anthony's.
See, this is what predictable.
Detail will. Crazy question. What will it do on single stage paint? Same thing. It'll make
Yep.
it shiny and glossy. That's what it does.
It's already shiny,
So-
or make it shinier.
M. Garcia, what polishing pads would be my best to paint correct my black vehicle? Pick up the Reflection Artist kit or pick up any of the Lake Country pads.
Or
We make it
Rupes
very
pads,
simple.
Rupes
I only make
pads,
them,
whatever
or
you want.
Rupes pads. They're very simple. There's usually a 2 or 3 step grouping of pads. That's all you need.
The Rupes stuff is
yeah.
Any of our
coordinated with the
pads work.
product.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Hans Close and G, it's all about planning these days, man. And Graham, I have a first generation Rupes LHR 15 polisher. A friend borrowed it and couldn't get it to work. Appears to be an issue with the Traeger. Would you guys say this is repairable? Yes.
send it in.
Send it to Graham where you're at. You may need to send it to Rupes Spa, SPA. And that's that's Italy. And they should be able to do a factory refresh on it because in the US here, they do that for all the US based
Colorado.
polishers. And you're in the UK, so I would say your best course of action would see if they go on the website, see if you can do just a factory refresh. It's here,
Well worth
it's
it.
$75 and they'll basically fix whatever's wrong with it and do
It'll
a full
feel new
refresh.
again.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
Now they may charge extra for certain parts if they find a part is broken, but they do send you a notification and say, "Hey, do you want to fix this?" So,
There you go.
Damon Lentes, after using a pad washer, does the pad have to be completely dry before returning to compounding and polishing? Yeah, you probably not completely dry, but pretty dry. I usually just take a towel and dry my pad
Like cool and
off.
lightly damp is fine.
Hi,
Yeah.
name is fine.
Yeah.
Michael Martinez says, planning on using Uno Protect and Bead Maker combo. Would it be wise to top it with a wax for additional gloss? What would you
Dream
top it
Maker.
with? Any idea what you would top that with?
Sorry, I'm
there,
waving
Sid?
a
would
product
use
around
Dream
in front of the
Maker.
screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get it by then, I don't know when you're
Right.
planning on doing this job, but it'd be a pretty cool product to use it on.
Yeah.
Bearded Hunter, happy Thursday. Great to see everyone. Can't wait to smell Dream Maker, hoping it smells like G. Davis's cologne.
Only time will tell.
G.
Better
Davis
than
says-
smelling like his ex-wife. Am I right?
No.
Oh no.
G. Davis says Bearded Hunter, the G. Davis cologne was sadly discontinued after divorces went up 46% in test markets.
Oh wow. So my joke was relevant. Okay, that's good.
And then Jody Hightower, I miss those thick Everest towels you used to sell. We still have them. They're 1100s. They're sitting on the. They're in the. They can go.
Yeah,
a
we
person bought them the other day. I saw him pulling them for an order.
The popularity of products comes in
Yeah, go
waves.
get-
You just
go
may
get
not
one.
see them
Yeah.
out there as much.
If
But
you
they're
like
still
them that
there.
much, go get one. Despacho. What makes cloth seats crunchy? I clean my seats with P&S products and then use an extractor and let it dry. It became crunchy and dry. Should I have used peroxide finisher to neutralize?
So we get this question a lot.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Yeah. So what I find when people have crunchiness, it is not from the P&S products. Usually they're running another cleaner through their extractor. So you're adding too many products. So generally speaking, you're not going to get crunchy feeling from the Terminator and the Carpet Bomber. So how I do it, if I'm using an extractor, is I occasionally will mist it with like an ONR rinse or something, but don't add any additional extraction shampoo. So usually when we get this question and it comes down to there being an issue, it's because there's too much shampoo being added to the surface.
Excellent point.
So one, make sure you're not doing that. If it is becoming crunchy, you're possibly using too much Carpet Bomber. You really don't need to use that much. So a couple sprays of the Terminator, couple sprays of Carpet Bomber usually does the trick. And then, yes, absolutely use the peroxide finisher all the time to neutralize that. But generally speaking, on its own, you shouldn't be getting anything crunchy. And that would just be overuse of the cleaner.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
Kirby.
Sydney, what bug remover do you use? I need to try something new.
So pulling on my heartstrings, I love P&S Bug Off. That is one of the first products that I tried from P&S. I absolutely love it. It is a great bug remover, super budget friendly, and it just works. And it's really nice. You can use it full strength or you can dilute it. I think most people dilute it. And you can go, 1-to-1, 4-to-1, and it just does a great job. Really, really good job.
How is it on like protected surfaces? Are you going to need to reprotect
I use it all the
afterwards,
time
or?
on coated cars, and I don't have
Okay.
any issue. And so honestly, like I've said, both of my cars are coated, and I use it full strength. Probably not really necessary, but I do just because I'm sometimes too lazy to dilute it. Never has ever affected the coating. I can rinse it off right after using the Bug Off, and it beads absolutely normal. So I've had inspiration on my own personal car for about 3 years now, and I use Bug Off all the time because we get horrendous bugs here, and it has never weakened my coating at all. Not at all.
Good to
There you
know.
go.
Yeah.
Deep clean. What's the best way to use Bead Maker? With an
you wanna
orange
protect
FTW, and you spray it
It's
on
already
whatever you
clean.
want, whether it's your
That's what you-
countertops, your refrigerator, your car, your glass, your
Spray a couple
interior.
sprays on a panel, spray a couple sprays into a towel, work it in the product, flip the towel, wipe it off.
There you go.
Boom.
Road to Detailing says, nice setup there. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Christian Castro, how does Dream Maker work on top of ceramic coatings?
Works
Fine.
great.
Great.
Just
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt them.
Yep. G. Davis Cardboard Shavings is the name of Luke Berge's Barbershop Quartet. It's awesome.
All right. We're on to page number 1.
Envias a Mexico. I think we do. Spencer, honest thoughts on your Viper chair.
The sturdiest stool I ever sat on.
We love them. They're great.
Yeah, we do.
I like them better without the foot bar, I found. Just being near a car, but that's the one. like,
Han says, whatever happened to the Warhog towel? I think you mean Warhawk towel, and it became the Eagle 600. I assume that's what
Warhog.
you mean.
But I
Yeah.
like that name for a towel.
Yeah.
That's our new Army Green version.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not a
we had-
warthog, and
so
it's not a
we were gonna call
warhawk.
it the
It's a
war-
warhawk.
We were going to call it the Warhawk, and that was during our naming thing, and we changed all the Eagles to just a numeric system. So that towel became the Eagle 600, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
So, Graham, Sydney, would you know if the oversized market for Dream Maker includes the UK? Yes.
Yes. And we talked about this a little bit earlier. It just takes time
Yep.
to get things over there. It's not as easy as it was pre-2020. So just patience is going to win out there. But, I think we would love to get it to every market.
I heard another ship got stuck in the Suez Canal today, too.
Right
so-
ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Graham, I would say Clean and Shiny UK
Yeah.
carries P&S products, and there is another P&S distributor in the UK that also carries P&S products. So, keep an eye on both of them.
Yeah.
As soon as I know that there's currently an order possibly on its way to Europe, Rag Company Europe, which then supplies the Clean and Shiny UK. So hit them up. All right, Siobhan, Big Sexy. Some coatings require 2 coats. Can I use a regular heat gun to boost the flashing time so I can put the second coat on immediately? Siobhan, depends on the coating and depends on whether you even need that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just kind of stuck. So
I'd be careful
Yeah.
with the heat gun. I know in the past I've used an IR curing lamp,
Yeah.
which is much more even and safe. The heat gun,
it's a little too
Super
concentrated.
focused.
yeah, you
focused.
could do some damage with. I wouldn't do the heat gun because you're not going to get you're having a very focused amount of heat versus over a large area, and I don't think you're going to get the curing as evenly as you think. So I would use a heat gun.
All right, JWL asking, how does Dream Maker compare to Showstopper? Well, they're both gloss enhancers.
I think that Dream Maker is what we wish Showstopper would have
I
been.
think so. Yeah.
I think the slickness, the little bit
It
warmer
adds
glow.
a couple more things that
You notice
yeah,
much more
we
body
like.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G. Davis says Hans tried to stab Michael Jordan.
Man,
Oh,
that
boy.
is,
Crazy.
I saw that. I died laughing because I forgot that he had the picture of Michael Jordan. That was crazy.
You and Michael Jordan.
Was that the real
Pizza.
Last Dance?
2 bangs deep.
Two bang. He had a bang on each side.
He had a bang on each
Cotton
side.
candy and then the green apple one.
Hilarious.
Truly amazing. Kirby Thompson, thanks Anthony and Levi for your suggestions. You're welcome, man. Also, thanks to Sydney. Big Sexy, why are the headlights getting yellow after 3 months of installing polycarbonate coating for the headlights? Probably because it's just a UV damage or the coating was old. What I do, Siobhan, try and get some PPF. Sand them down, bury them in PPF, suffocate them, and they shouldn't have any problems.
Then when they get bad,
Yeah.
you have a fresh thing underneath. Start again.
Brian Crosby, hey Levi, how would you? I don't see where it went, Dane.
I hit it, but it didn't show up. Oh.
All right, how would you compare the last cut to Kosh Chemi H9? H9 is heavy cut.
Heavy cut?
Brian,
think it's
heavy.
heavy
I
cut.
think it's heavy cut. Yeah, heavy is H, and then F is fine. So, heavy cut is heavy cut, and it's mostly planned for a rotary. So I would say it does provide a little more cut than the last cut, but it's almost unnecessary, honestly. The amount of cutting you can do with fine cut is
Fine cut is the detailer's
totally
choice,
fine.
right? Heavy cut was designed for body shops.
it's for an initial.
in order to finish things out a little bit faster. But fine cut is definitely going to be more geared towards the detailer from start to finish.
Yeah,
along
agreed.
with the micro cut, and then even their one
Yeah.
cut series they have.
I would say fine cut is the one that's more comparable to last cut, but I like last cut because of its versatility.
Yeah.
So Hans Close and Bead Maker wins versus Traffic Film Remover. Okay. Siobhan, could CSL and Exo Combo give better durability than a headlight coating? I'm going to say probably not, but it'd still provide a lot of durability. I just don't know. I don't have a timing on that on plastic, especially refinished plastic. Minuteman just finished clay barring, hand polishing, and waxing a Crown Vic. It took me 8 hours. That is a long time, my friend. That is a very long time. Yoshi, what the frickin' heck did I just walk into? And then Ed, is Terminator a must when using carpet bomber finisher? Is it really only when there are known enzymes in the fabric? Thanks, guys. That's it.
I use all three all the time, and here's why: we have no idea what's in the carpet. I think that it's a petri dish of all sorts of things, and we have no idea what's present and what's not. So I always use Terminator, then I always use Carpet Bomber, and I always use Finisher. So it's a system that has proven itself over and over again, and so I just don't ever skip any steps. And, I think that it's probably similar to if you think about cleaning the carpet in your house. There could be pet accidents that you have no idea are there. And so it's kind of the same thing, like we don't know. And even just yesterday, I was working on a Ford F-150, and when the customer came to pick it up, we were talking about what was inside the seats. And she was like, yeah, the seats weren't really dirty at all. And I was like,
So you say.
yeah, they were, but you just don't know. You don't know what's lurking below the surface. So I just make it a habit to always do Terminator.
And you don't use an extractor when you do that. Or you do.
I do, but I don't use it with extra water,
Oh,
if
okay.
that makes sense. So I do use the extractor to pull out the Terminator and Carpet Bomber, but then sometimes I use my steamer. So it just depends on what mood I'm in and at what place in the car, how big of a surface. If it's small spot removal, I usually use my steamer. If I'm doing big carpeting and I'm spraying Terminator and Carpet Bomber and drill brushing, then I use my extractor, like a dry extract. So I don't usually add. If I do, though, I use an ONR in as like almost like a
Okay.
rinse.
But it is
generally it's a dry extract.
possible to do with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Ben, California, just joined. May have missed it. Bead Maker versus Dream Maker. What's the differences? Bead
Different
Maker is
animals.
a protectant. Dream Maker is a glossifier.
Yes.
Hans G. Davis. I did not stab him. I stole his shoes and I made a boat out of it to pedal to the U.S. and ring Anthony's doorbell to steal his Dream Maker shirt.
Wow.
That was great.
Elaborate scheme.
Minuteman.
That is quite the scheme.
Do you guys use McGuire's compound and polish? We have, yeah. Richard C. Hernandez. Hello from Gentle Touch, Inman, South Carolina. What's your best drying towel? Liquidators and gauntlets.
Yeah.
Get them.
Love them.
Minuteman. I did Anthony's headlight restoration method on my EK Civic Coupe. Wet sand, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, polish and wax. Turned out perfectly. Nice.
cool.
Good.
Heck
Glad
yeah.
you watching it and using it. Good.
Yeah.
It was that here on the Rag Company channel.
Yeah, right here on the Rag Company channel.
Yeah.
Forced Induction says, oh my, just got here and the set is worth a screenshot. Thanks, man. Keith says, Prestige in the UK. Yeah, you can check out Prestige if you're looking to get a hold of that. Graham says, my eyes will be peeled. Thank you. And then Richard says, how can I get dog hair out of microfiber? You pretty much can't, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much
A
can't.
lint roller.
Lint roller or for real? That
For
can
real
out.
works okay.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hans says, stop talking about ships being stuck, bro. Not cool.
The Suez Canal.
And G. Davis says, Warhog was the name of Hans's Netscape only show. High Octane in Arizona. Hey, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Just curious if I can use Dream Maker on glass. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you can. Hans, better hide all the single ladies at Anthony's crib. Brian says, cool, thanks. Brianical, as we like to call him. Why do you have inappropriate videos posted in the Garage Tour playlist? 2 are unavailable. I'm sure it's Dane's fault. Well, those are his massage chair videos.
Those are
We had to have those for the Garage Tours. So,
sometimes videos go on the playlist, but they're not publicly available yet. Yeah. So
it's like I said, they're
they're
the
out
massage
there.
chair videos.
They're just not
Yeah.
public yet. However, I'll have you know they are finally gonna show my garage tour this weekend. So I guess you
Get
have
ready.
that to
Get
look
ready.
forward to.
Get
I,
ready.
we're all looking forward to that, Dane.
I missed there being an episode this weekend.
Oh,
I know.
I was
right?
I was
Yeah.
in the mode of like
Yeah.
the garage tour on Saturday, the heap car challenge on Sunday.
It's every other Saturday. That's
Yeah.
what we kind of figured out because we don't have them all yet. But yours is
Yeah.
gonna be great. Yeah.
awesome.
Jason Lee. Hello, Jason from San Francisco. Would you recommend EnviroClean for fabric seats and carpets? Sydney.
So I've used EnviroClean before, definitely, and it's kind of funny. Kyle and I have a joke, like if it's an EnviroClean day or Express Interior day. So, and that just rates how bad the vehicle is
Okay.
that day. But sure, you can use EnviroClean. You just want to make sure that you dilute it down pretty heavy because, you know, it is a concentrate. And so, you know, but I've used it, especially more like spot cleaning. I've had some, say, grease on a carpet that I needed something a little bit heavier. Now, what I could also do is not dilute Carpet Bomber down as much if I wanted it a little bit stronger. But say if I already have a bottle of EnviroClean right there, which is one of my most used products, so yeah, I'll grab that. And definitely on leather, I've had to grab out EnviroClean, you know, on super trashed leather that's really, really dirty. So yes, you can use it. Just make sure that you're diluting it appropriately and, you know, do a test spot, you know, for color fast, all that kind of good stuff on the leather. Don't spray it directly on the leather and, you know, just make sure you're being smart about it. But yes, you can use it.
There you go.
Okay.
Richard says, thanks to all. I
Thank
have
you.
a lily.
Oh,
That'll work. Yeah, you could use a lily brush. And then says, thanks to the Rag Company and shout out to Pan the organizer. Kirby Thompson, is two Dream Maker kits going overboard? No, Kirby, no. Just get them both.
They're
You'll love
discounted
'em.
right
You'll
now,
love 'em.
so
Honestly,
you'll get
it's
a
worth
good
it.
deal
It's
right
worth it
now.
for the towels alone.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a combo.
Minuteman, are your guys' rags better than the yellow microfiber rags from Costco? That is a really good question because here's
It's a fair
the
question.
right answer. So Costco makes their towels, the Kirkland Signature yellow towels. They make them to a price point, and that price point has to stay the same every year. Costs rise every year, which means the quality of the towel has to come down. If you look at Costco towels from 10 years ago to Costco towels now, they are completely different animals. They are completely different. They don't last as long. They don't.
their tags got
Tags got bigger.
tags got
There's all
bigger.
kinds of stuff that gets changed that you won't get to see because they have to hold to that 38-cent price point. So the quality is always going to suffer because the weave or the yarn quality is going to suffer. The stitching quality is going to suffer. The tag, all that stuff that people don't like. One of the things about the rag company is we always use the highest grade yarn, meaning that you can get more washes out of your towels. We also change the blend. Costco towels are 80/20, and that's it. And you get one type, a terry weave at 300 GSM. Here at the Rag Company, we make over 150 different types of towels. And you've got to remember, a towel is not just like a screwdriver, or a hammer. If you actually know screwdrivers and hammers, there are hundreds of them. There are tons of variations of screwdrivers because you can't walk in, Dane, and with that big screwdriver and go work on your computer, right? You got to have a bunch of small little
How
screwdrivers.
many different kind of Torx bits
Right.
bits are there?
Yeah, exactly. Or in blacksmithing, we have a number. Augie and I have probably 15 different types of hammers to move metal. So there's a different tool for each job, and a towel is exactly like that. You're going to find different uses for your towels. So some people think, oh man, it's so overkill because you have so much. Well, that's why we have so many of them, because there's a different use for each one. Some people love using eagles to wipe off compound and polish. I found gauntlets work great.
Yeah.
I've also found FTWs work great, but I've also found that all-purpose terries do great for this or that. So you will find from the Rag Company the highest quality microfiber, the best blends. We have 70/30 blends, which means they're more absorbent and softer than your traditional 80/20, meaning on soft clear coat, you're going to have less tendency to scratch. You're also going to find higher absorption. Products like Dream Maker, you need something with more absorption to be able to level the product properly. Pearl weaves, many more coating companies are requesting that you use a pearl weave to level your coating. We make a number of different types of pearls. So that's the main reason. Also, none of our towels have tags. We have the whole gamut of GSM. And that's about it because we're running out of time. So Tristan Coda saw Doyle put Bead Maker on interior surfaces. Have you DM'd? Have you Dream Makered on interiors? I wouldn't do that. I would just stick with Bead Maker. Graham says more garage envy. There you go. Yeah. And then Meeks, huge fan of Bead Maker, saw the Dream Maker promo kit, ordered it as well. Came across a YouTube video where he compares both. He said he saw no difference in gloss between the two. Yeah, well, he probably should check it out right now and go look at his car because it's probably far glossier.
Also, it's
Trinidad.
like silver.
Hey, from Trinidad. Love the Rag Company. Thanks, man. Minuteman, is there a portable carpet cleaner you guys recommend? The little Bissell Spot Clean. Great. Hans, Sydney, how'd that hockey game go when you had to leave early last time? Did she kick butt and win? It wasn't hockey, it was volleyball?
It was volleyball, yes. And her team is undefeated right now.
Nice.
Yep.
There you go. And Richard, quality control is key. Yes, every single one of the towels that comes out of the Rag Company is hand checked and tested before it goes out. G. Davis says, congrats on 100,000 followers to All Day Anthony, one of his best friends.
Way to
I don't know
go.
why he's saying that, but high octane. Is there any point in removing oxidation from vehicles? I don't seem to have much luck in making paint quality any better. To a certain extent. Honestly, single stage oxidation is just fun to polish out.
Yeah.
But clear coat oxidation, if it starts failing, you're pretty much out of luck.
Yeah.
Forced induction, this is a great promo deal. Just order 2. Richard, sign it off. You guys, customer support, second it up. Thank you. Hans.
Thanks, Richard.
Last comment. And then Meeks says, thanks, love you guys, everything TRC offers. Thank you, guys. Hey, take us home.
All right. So, like he said, we're taking it away. But as you know, tomorrow is a big day for us.
Big
it's
day.
The final
2
day
times.
of TRC Rex.
2
Bring a
lives.
trailer. It's alive. It's happening. You're getting a 2 for you. You got the Q&A that just happened right now, and you got another live happening 2:30 Mountain Standard Time tomorrow.
Not yet.
I'm just waiting on you guys. All right.
You gotta
So,
time.
big thing to know, though. Go check it out. Leave comments. Interact. We want that place popping. And
'em.
we will be doing a live
it
stream
Mine's still
from
got the
here
wrap on it.
in the studio. Actually, we'll be out in that studio because we'll have the car. We'll be able to walk around it and actually show things. So, I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a ton of fun. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the Rag Company YouTube channel, the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel, and the Rag Company FAQ YouTube channel. And I'm going to keep talking so that Anthony can't spray that. Just kidding. Go ahead, Anthony. Guys, spray
Dream
away.
Maker. Go
Fire
buy
away.
Dream Maker.
All right, let's do it. Oh,
That was very great. That was not exciting.
bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Everywhere.
These things were a
I was turning mine. And
I know. Little string.